tobacco shit off the table
that
for the
weed's
first.
blocked, right? That's good.
Yeah, you can't see that. But just the pack of cigs, because
They
Snapchat is fucking
What about all
insane.
this?
I don't think it was going to see that. We live?
Yeah.
No swearing. No swearing. No swearing.
Respect
the monetization. Because I know you guys are both over here on another level, on a seek one, as some people would say. Bro, so let me just speak to the people out there. Today, what we are bringing you is insight into the minds of two of the most deranged individuals on the face of the planet. And for once, I'm not talking about me and Bricc Baby. I'm talking about these two lokes sitting across from me. Okay, maybe I'll just preface with this. Maybe I'll just start with this. That was gay beyond belief. That was gay.
Hey, thank you.
That was full on Alphabet Nation.
Thank
Don't be
you.
mad that we had that relationship.
We're heterosexual life mates.
For now.
Heterosexual life mates.
Okay. I will preface,
Exactly. There's no
I'll preface what's to come in this conversation by just saying that when we sat down with Blasey, I went into that conversation like, I don't want to talk about any of the people that he does disconnected with or reconnected, I believe it is now, because, I don't want to make it like a us versus them thing. Like I want to, I'll just like breeze past any kind of issues that we have with anyone over there or whatever. Maybe that'll make it so that like it's easier.
Where the smoke stems.
Easier for us to be on good terms with Blasey. We did talk about them a little bit, but it didn't really turn into anything. You guys, on the other hand,
We want honest.
they went full wrestler mode that even has street legends like us, Bricc Baby, looking at them like, yo, like the younger generation is tweaking, even if in some cases they're older than us.
I felt like Lil Reese in 2011.
You remind me.
It's giving Lamron, honestly.
Giving Lamron.
Yeah, when I say you two pop out, I said, hey, yo, this is about to be.
Like what? Like Dumb and
I
Dumber?
had to stop myself.
I mean,
I'm trying to filter my language, guys.
They took no jumper beefing to a level that has not previously, never before. Okay, number one, him even fighting suspect is a totally different level. Him pulling up to another person's house, which I'm sure we'll end up getting into all that. That's another level. That's not something that we've really seen on this platform.
I'm like, if he took the fade with suspect, I mean, what's the Yuri fade?
Yeah.
What's the Yuri fade?
Here's Yuri. That mental image.
Why you beat a hideout?
I'm sure that's not how it happened.
No,
but that mental image is like really.
But he literally did do
sure.
toddler-esque, self-soothing, rocking back and forth exercises.
Did he move the couch in front of the door?
He probably did that.
He made the
911.
They're not kicking in the door. No. Riley, where are you? They're outside.
They said Coba's mic's not on.
Was Riley there?
Hey, no, Riley came out with the blick. She was blicked up. You feel me?
Yeah,
She was like, blah, 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 blah. Started busting at us.
Yeah, right.
Oh, man. We had to hide behind a dumpster.
That's
She was like Laura Croft.
It's the Dirk and India story, except in this version of it, Dirk doesn't hand her a gun and go out and start shooting with her. He hands her the gun and goes back under the table. And they're the armed ops.
Wait, no, she literally.
No, Riley was
bag of
not
chips,
even
Riley?
in Los Angeles.
Riley's.
Oh.
She was like, and to be honest with you, that's one of the reasons that did play in a factor, because if she was there, I really like. And we've been going in on Riley. We've been roasting Riley,
Right.
but
You hit that?
but
To be honest, Riley, listen, she has said crap about me that I didn't appreciate because I felt like it was unwarranted or whatever, but I've never seen her do anything deserving of any kind of treatment, especially with you guys coming up with narratives about hygiene. Oh my God. Like, this is really like, you guys are beefing on a different level.
That's not a narrative.
hold on,
Go ahead.
How's that not a narrative?
You can tell it smells like
What do you know?
Well, when you're doing 30-day live streams, you can kind of gauge how often people take care of themselves, shower. Yuri admittedly was in Austin with Ice Poseidon with doo-doo boxers for a week. Did not change for 10 days straight.
That's next level.
When let's just say
The socks.
you make love to a woman and you're dirty, that hygiene can be transferred onto
gotta
them.
be caked up down there.
You wouldn't smash?
That's con
I
queso.
would.
Well, if you're single, if you're
I
single.
will. She would have to take a bleach
You guys
bath.
are
On a bed,
Oh my
Hold on.
God.
She
What
would
has she
have to
done
take
to
a
deserve
bleach
No,
bath.
she doesn't, and that's why it's cold.
No, hold on. I'm not trying to say nothing about Riley, but what you said, like, this is the same dude that had the maggots in the bedroom.
Oh.
This is the same dude that's not taking care of himself. So if
Maggots?
he's-
Maggots.
Yeah. If he's routinely in your vaginal, I might take a pass.
Yeah,
If you can deal with that and those type of bacterias, mine can't. I'll have a UTI. She's probably used to it by now.
yeah, like I could really, like we could.
She's a good person.
Continue
I don't think you should make assumptions about her hygiene based on his hygiene.
Well, no,
Because that's proof that you could be a dirty dude with a clean bitch.
No.
Like, she keeps her program is ×5.
So-
Mine's
No.
a little lacking.
-5?
Program
Yo.
time 5.
No, a day out the shower is not like that's what boys do.
Yeah,
We're not meant to take. We take 5 showers a
right.
week.
I've always felt like
Anybody take more than 5 showers
that's
a week.
the difference
is
between
kinda-
a penis and a vagina is that like
Yeah.
a vagina is an open,
Orifice.
it's a whole planetarium in there, not to say hers is, but like my dick on the other hand, like I genuinely believe that if it had just rained and I were to go outside with a dirty rag and take water out of a puddle, that I could probably get my dick pretty damn clean with
Yeah,
that.
for
Well,
sure.
and here's
With
the
puddle
thing.
water.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing. If you say
Clean it
a vagina is equivalent to a planetarium, you don't want it to smell like Uranus. You feel me? And
She for
guess
sure
what?
smells like tilapia.
And I'm not. This isn't a like. At the end of the day, I really want to just remove her from the dialogue.
Okay, good,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I really
Yeah,
don't
period.
have a problem with Riley. She actually called me pretty
like
upset
Riley.
yesterday.
No,
Really?
she called
She
you?
did on
Oh
Instagram.
wow! I
Yeah.
thought that
And-
diplomacy had been out
sorry,
the window
Riley.
already.
Well, it was, but like here's the thing. I was
down to
like,
smash.
check this out. I'll check this out. Your boyfriend has an entire stream said Lush's kid is about to be born a crackhead.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
that was the premise of his stream. So if
That's
you
when
get
he showed
him,
up.
if you tell him to apologize, I will cease fire. But once that, like, the gloves are off, you
Okay.
feel me? Like,
So, okay,
at that point,
in the
so your
interest-
pussy stank until then.
And I still smash.
Okay, in the interest of being completist, though, take me through the journey of how we go from Blasey having a very positive overall experience, I believe, on the podcast, on No Jumper. Obviously, Paolo and Yuri and them start reacting. How do you guys end up going to war with them? Like, break it down a
Okay,
little
because
bit.
I have my interpretation. I'd like to hear you.
They was
You want
on
me
the
to start or you
sender,
want to start?
cuz.
They was on the
Because
sender.
So
Sender boys.
I seen you sent me a video. Remember he sent me that video that he's calling me a B, this, that, woo, woo, like F comparator. He's a B, this, that, and I'm like, what? I was like,
How long do we have to keep talking like fucking kids?
you just
You can start
until
swearing now. Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
we
now.
can
Yeah.
My
10
bad.
minutes. 10 minutes is plenty safe. Yeah.
comparator, this, that, woo, and I was like, calling me the B
Talking
word.
like fucking kids. If I can't say
And then
that
he
F
said,
word,
say-
I don't want to be here.
No Diddy, fucking
Then he
kids,
said,
what?
say that to my face.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, you know what? All right. I'll
Wait,
see.
okay. Yuri said say that to my face
Yeah.
about what?
Well, because I went live the other day on Seniors. I was kind of drunk. And,
Okay.
someone was trolling me about Riley. And I was like, oh, Riley's just a bag of chips. Woo, woo. And I guess he got mad at me.
Does that mean something in Spanish
Well,
or what?
Riley
What
is
is
a bag
that?
of
Yeah, but look, I
What
say
is a bag of
well,
chips
you know,
mean?
like a hoe.
She's-
A bag of
oh.
chips is like
You know,
for everybody.
What are we basing
everyone
that on?
puts their hands in a bag of chips.
But,
Oh,
but everybody
I see.
took it because she looks like a Riley's, like Riley's. She looks,
Yeah.
like they start putting her
There is
face
a
on there.
Reddit
Yeah.
narrative going around that she's shaped like a bag of chips. Which,
Dear
to be
God.
fair, like
She's
she's an attractive woman.
I was smashed, and I'm sorry, Riley.
They had
It has nothing to do with you.
bag of chips.
That's not disrespectful to say. I mean, like
I was smashed, but I'm sorry, though.
So to keep it a stack, this predates. This has nothing to do with Blasey
At
coming
all.
on
At all.
the show.
Oh, there was already smoke.
Well,
Yeah.
like there is smoke with them and No
Oh, you
Jumper.
crashed out, no? You
Okay,
crashed
yeah,
out or
yeah.
something, too, no?
Yeah, but that was after. So
okay.
this goes back. This literally. So I was always cool with them. You feel me? We were always solid. You know, Yuri and I spoke semi regularly, occasionally. Toka came to my podcast. He came to Mad Deep before, whatever, Lush World.
Yeah,
Right.
until you wanted to go back to No Jump. We get it. Go ahead.
Right.
You were cool until you weren't cool.
Right.
So
and-
that was the moment that you guys stopped being cool.
Right,
Okay.
but it wasn't that I
didn't
never
even
said
know that.
anything. I never said anything, but they were constantly taking shots, and this culminated in him doing just like a a Corona and cocaine-induced rant sitting next to T-Rail.
Does he do that much coke?
I don't know. It just seemed. I don't know how somebody could consume that much beer while still like having energy without.
I thought it was like Julian from Trailer Park Boys, where he just always got it in his hand. But he's like,
It's like a prop. He's not even. No, that fool's slizzard.
Okay.
But, no, like, and then
Yeah,
he
when
went
you
on
have
this.
that drinking power, you have to have the extra tool.
Yeah, it's
You know
only,
when
I
you
would.
down a fifth and you still like, drink another one.
Yeah. There's definitely extracurriculars of the stimulant variety.
La bolsita.
La bolsita.
But that's a great combo because beer gets you drunk slow and coke gets you up fast.
Fast.
It's like
It's like a flight to Vegas when you start descending in the desert and there's hella turbulence. That's like drink.
I used to be off like X and drinking
Oh, of
at
course.
the same time, like hella. Like I drink a fifth to myself.
Oh,
and be
yeah.
on my second fifth,
Yeah.
and I be driving, and to myself, I'm like this perfect driver.
You're Andretti.
Yeah,
Yeah.
My homeboys behind me like, hey, bro.
No, but
should park, bro.
no, but when you drive on ecstasy, you literally there's a time where you like I can feel I'm one with the road. I'm one with my
Why
vehicle.
would you drive on
I
ecstasy?
I can sense the presence of every police officer within a 5-mile radius. I know where I'm at. I know I'm in the
I
back
start
streets
thinking
hitting 80.
police off-
Like
You
If I-
drive on ecstasy?
If I think about the police off X, it's over.
Yeah, oh, no,
I'm
no.
going on a bad trip.
no. Like, but I use
Immediately.
But if you combine ecstasy with white privilege, like you could like talk a
yeah,
police
okay.
officer out of anything. Because,
All right.
Like you feel me?
Remember that time you were rolling on here and I was just like, wow, it's so dope that you came on sober today. And you're like, I'm not sober. I'm on the other side of the spectrum today, buddy.
Bricc Fizzle is my favorite Brick. To
It
be
was
honest,
It was
Very
like
niche.
the day after, but it was the day after not having none for a year. So
Right.
You still
very
are-
much was on one.
And,
still.
and I just want to say a big fuck you, fool, to everybody in the chat who's making fun of my hairline, bro. My hairline, I'm letting it grow back in front of y'all, so I'm not rocking a hat. I'm just letting it grow in. I'm letting it grow in.
Good.
Watch my fucking hairline in 6 months. Watch my hairline in 4 months. You don't even need to give me 6 months. Watch how fucking good this shit's gonna look. I don't give a fuck how it looks today. Fuck you. I'm 40 years old. If I hadn't had all these hair transplants, my hairline would be right here, bro. I would be George Costanza in this bitch. Fuck you. Anyway, sorry.
You're like just surpassed Lush 1 like right now.
me see.
Like,
In
gonna
terms
do?
of the hairline?
Oh,
Shit, you letting it come in?
no, should I go to Turkey, fool?
You should get your stead on. Yeah.
you think that's savable?
That's what they said
yeah.
yes.
No,
I said
yeah.
no.
Honestly,
Oh,
like when
that's
I
like
went,
bonbon.
when I was in the Turkish waiting room, I saw a lot of fucking like 60-year-old men with like absolutely garbage hair going in there and getting that shit done, and that, I was like, whoa, like anyone can do
Are
it.
you gonna do like the chom over and all that?
Chomo.
the chomo,
Yeah,
comb over.
the chomo.
I mean, I always kind of got it a little bit.
But I'm saying
He's doing
like,
a Flavio.
you have to let it grow like to a length that you're not used to. So when it gets to Bieber status, are you gonna like?
Beavers.
Are you going
At this point, I can never imagine myself cutting it again because I just want it to be long so bad. Oh, I'm
He's
just
gonna get like Jesus.
waiting and
He's gonna get like
waiting. What
Jesus
the fuck?
Christ, fool.
This is like 2 months of hair.
Are you
Think
gonna-
about how pathetic that is.
Are you gonna like?
Go
pretty
full
good.
Jesus with it? Probably
Yeah.
not. I thought about
should,
it though.
No, if you're really for the raza like you say you are, you need an Edgar, dog.
I want to
sick.
do whatever Chito Ranos is doing. You got the hole with the tail and all that shit, bro. No, but I would love to go Edgar on him.
We need- yeah, please.
Chito Ramos Edgar.
If I was like, I saw you with Frosty chasing dough. That's coming out soon. I was just watching that. But if I look at my hair in 6 months and I'm like, yo, I got enough density that I can rock an Edgar. Oh, it's Edgar
on.
season.
You know, if you get an Edgar, I'll get an Edgar.
You're right there.
So it's like that. Wait, Adam knows who Frosty chasing. Shouts to Frosty.
I just
Chasing
watched the
Dough.
vlog.
That's my fellow
all we
slice
have.
mozzarella. I don't know. This was just passing me. My
Yeah,
mic.
yeah, you guys are getting drunk on a budget. Look how much came in with 20% of a bottle of Patron.
I'm like,
Hey, that was no jumper checks.
Hello.
Oh yeah, hell of a budget.
Hello.
Budget.
Hello.
Your budget.
Hella beverages.
No, hey, you know, we
stole
sent
one
someone
from
on a
everyone.
mission. We got someone on a mission. They're coming back shortly.
Okay.
But should we get back to the?
Yeah, let's get
Butler?
back to this because we can't talk about anything else until we get through all the insanity that happened last night.
Right.
Because
So,
Almighty Soul 3 just dropped.
Oh, I didn't know 2, right? 3. Fuck. I don't know. I haven't not listened to it yet. I feel bad. I watched the Zane Lowe interview.
Yeah.
That was its own
That's been
kind of
better. But, all right,
torture.
come on, I'm not gonna segue anymore.
I'm so not taking a shot. I gotta go hang out with fucking Adriana Chechik after this.
oh, you got to.
The drum.
No, we're not even banging.
Oh, you're not banging?
Pillow talking.
So essentially,
Simp.
There's a podcast called Pillow Talk.
Oh.
yeah.
They film at 8 p.m. It's like insane. Should be illegal.
But so it's gonna probably lead to bang out, hang out with the wang out.
Plug
I
talk
wish,
real
bro.
quick.
She got the dumbest throat. Anyway, let's back to them.
Her or Trump, Tiana.
Listen,
I haven't experienced that. I wish.
but Lord, urine.
Okay, it's urethra. Urethra.
Butt Lord and urine. Let's go back to the Butt Lord.
Yeah, something sample that. Make me a whole song out of that.
Butt Lord.
So like they wind up like I said, this culminated in this huge, just like crazy rant that Butt Lord went on, where he was essentially like fuck you, Lush, and he's going off, and he's like, and you're the one that dragged up all the old tweets that Nipsey about me dissing Nipsey.
Is that
and
true?
Is that true?
No, did I do that? Absolutely
Of course
not.
not, right?
And it was proven that I didn't do that. He lets so this is like a pattern with this guy. People in his chat will just say things out of troll that he'll essentially assign value to, and if he thinks it's a good narrative that he wants to run with, he'll say it enough to where people actually start to believe it, and then like the little followers he's got wind up brigading these false narratives. Like the new one is that I'm a groomer and my girl is 22 years old. My girl's fucking 35, fool. You feel me? Like it's like there's no. He's like. But that's the narrative they're running with. Oh, you're got a 22-year-old girl pregnant.
Because
Like,
I just want you to understand.
First of all,
last night I sit down to like be on the computer for like an hour and a half before I go to bed, and the first thing I watch Frosty Chasing Doe vlog,
Yeah.
so I can write a title for it.
Did you like it?
And then I started to watch The History of Tetris by Summoning Salt.
Summoning Salt's the man.
10 minutes in, somebody texts me, and I realized that you guys are like chasing each other around the city, that there's this whole thing going on. I'm immediately like, what the fuck am I gonna like? In what world should I be watching The History of Tetris World Records when I could be watching people I actually know pulling up to each other's cribs?
You love op hunters.
Oh, it's a good time, you know.
It's a good time.
And to be fair, though, I don't think that this is a great use of your
shut
guys' lives.
Yeah.
Me
But as
neither.
far as
guys.
content
I
goes,
didn't even know why Butt Lord went to my restaurant, though. I don't get it.
Okay,
he was
so-
there for an hour with a blower.
So
He was
this
there
is
for
where,
3 minutes.
But just to give a little bit more context, so he did that whole rant, and even there was times when I first came back to No Jumper, fools were on Biggest Bros. By the way, I'm the person that came up with the name Reconnected. Documented fact. I named their podcast.
Oh, what?
Or said it, and they're like, "Oh, that is a cool name," and that's a documented fact. You feel me? Like,
They don't even know who named the O.
and the cold part is
don't even
this,
get no
right?
things, huh?
On that Butt Lord's like, fuck Lush. He can never come back. He's never welcome over here. And eventually they start asking him like, yo, Phone and Blasier, like, yo, what is it you have against Lush? And he had no logical answer. He just went on just like spewing senseless vitriol for 5 minutes straight that made no sense. You know what I mean? And they're like, okay, he just doesn't like that guy, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Then the other night, he calls me, and it's Mother's Day. I'm hanging out with my mom. This is probably the last Mother's Day. God willing, this isn't true, but it might be the last Mother's Day I get to spend with my mother. You feel me? Like,
God forbid, God forbid.
you know, God forbid, but she's, you know.
She
Prayers
gonna
up.
stick it up. They gave my
Yeah,
grandma
my-
10 days 8 months ago.
So, and I'm not saying this to
replace
garner,
this.
God bless, you feel me? And I'm not doing this to garner sympathy or play the victim. I'm just literally painting the picture of the narrative of what happened. I get a call. I don't recognize the number. It's a 310 number. I'm from the 310. I get a few times. It's like, damn, is this one of the homies like in trouble or something? Like, I answer. It's Butt Lord, right? I don't
Butt
realize.
Lord.
Now, let me ask you
Lord.
a question, Adam. As a big three podcaster, and I'm saying I don't just mean this big three, I mean the big three. You feel me? Is it poor podcast etiquette to call somebody while on live and not inform them they're
Massively.
on live? Is that like the rule number one?
It's like rule number one.
That's violation.
And there's multiple times I can think of in rap history in which things have gone bad from that not happening. For instance, when I was on live stream with Academics for the first time ever, he called 6ix9ine, and before he even got a chance to say, hey, I'm on live stream right now, 6ix9ine said, bro, you got to hear this amazing new reference track I got. Which is hilarious to me because nobody at that time knew that he was having all his music written for him.
Right.
But anyway, I say that to say yes. Now, granted, you are his op, so him not telling you that, I mean, I guess all is fair in love and war, but generally speaking, I would never do that to somebody that was on good terms with in particular. Yeah.
And I didn't even, but like, even if you're on bad terms with them,
It's
like,
still
you're
bad form,
It's
yeah.
like, it's standard practice. I prefer a text beforehand, but I know most people don't do that.
And there are
that's
laws
okay.
against
like,
fucking
that's what I was
recording
gonna
people
say.
as
Like,
well. Yeah.
I don't want to sue them for his wife's parents' crib or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
I can sue.
you can sue if somebody in the state of
phone call?
California, it is illegal to not inform. That's why
No
you are
way.
being called on a recorded line, or this phone call is
Yeah.
being recorded for
Well, look
quality
into
assurance.
that.
So disclaimers, you gotta need disclaimers.
You can sue about anything. You can just say that you got blamed and just
Got blamed.
You can
just make it up out of thin air and just
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what they do.
But regardless,
Especially if it's in a good environment.
good music.
Money's made.
Continue on, Lush.
So this fool's all like, what's up with that live you had the other day? What was you talking about? Da-da-da-da. And I was like, I thought it's just me and him having a conversation. And so I'm like, hey, bro, it wasn't really like that. Da-da-da-da. I did have a live going bad on him and Yuri, and we wound up removing it. And the reason we wound up removing it is because
Backpedal.
yeah,
Just kidding.
no, it's because
It's very BMX of you.
It's because I'm more DMX than BMX. And get at me, dog. But what, like in reference to what you said earlier, now it could be. I'm not saying that I have more emotion or more clout than them. I'm not saying that I'm more important than them.
But you do.
I'm not saying that I'm a better podcaster than them
But you
or
do.
any of that shit. But I'm just saying I don't want to share my audience with them. I don't want whatever clout I do have. I don't want my name juxtaposed with theirs. I don't want when you Google me a picture of fucking urine covered in rat feces to pop up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
There's not a lot to gain by beefing with them.
there's
At all,
not
at all.
There's not, and it just looks crazy. It looks bad enough. Like I just caught the fade with my with my older homeboy's son. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
who I'm cool with too. And now now I'm gonna be beefing with fucking Yuri. You know, like come on,
Yuri
bro.
is-
Like what's next, dude? Like where do I go
liked
from
it.
there? Where do I?
You
like,
guys
Mad
are
Ox?
enjoying yourself.
I'm gonna catch
What's
Mad
next?
Ox's fade. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you loved it.
I did not love
You guys
it. fool.
loved
We were
it.
having
You guys
fun.
are having fun.
Well, he
You're
found a
having
good
fun.
he found a
was
good
fun.
sparring partner for
Yeah,
this
it was
this
fun.
round, right?
The thing is this. So then
He found a Drake to his Kendrick.
me having
it's
this
in the air.
conversation, I was like, look, bro, like what I was about to allude to because I was like, you can't question why the fuck I'm doing what I do. I got a kid on the way, whoop-de-wop-de-whoop. You feel me? Like
Which
you
we
can't-
knew about, but nobody else.
Yeah, that was not like, and I said that to be like you, like the audacity of you to question how I chase paper beyond whatever loyalty and friendship I have with Adam. Like that's also none of your business, you know.
Yeah.
Like that's what. Before I can even get to that, he's like, oh, Happy Mother's Day, click. You feel me? And then I start getting a bunch of messages. Oh, you ranked out the
You
pot
got
warrant, you
marked out,
ranked
you
out,
got
you got
marked out.
marked out. Da, da, da. And I'm like, well, wait a second, what? Oh,
Were you drunk,
This
fool?
fool was not even like I was chill. Yeah, I started to drink at that point. Then I go outside, you feel me? Because I'm like, and I go on like a little rant, and that kind of is what culminated in all this. Now the thing with Yuri had already said like, "Fuck comparator. I'm a transgender twin." Like,
I was like, whoa, the B word? You don't throw that. You know how
Yeah,
it
he
is.
called
bro.
Yeah, you don't call Real Sorrento a bitch, bro.
right,
Yeah, you do
right.
not say
That's fucked
that.
up.
Right.
So I was all right. Say that to my face.
I was in high power with Tory Lanez.
You a dick, fool.
Yeah, he's a dick. Is that a lefty reference?
That's the TikTok. I still can't open TikTok without seeing that.
What I said, which one was?
It's just a clip from Community of Lefty where he goes, I was in high power with Tory Lanez. And he goes, he a dick, fool. Or like, he says like a couple other random things about other people he's locked up. Yeah, I was with Soulja Boy. He a dick, fool.
He's cool. Chris Brown, cool.
Yeah, Chris Brown is cool.
Yeah.
Firme. He said,
He's super firme.
So all that basically happened, and then I woke up the next morning on timing. I'm texting, and I don't realize that this fool's on a 30 days live stream. And really the main thing I want to get across is when people are doing those streams, they really need exciting content, or else it becomes boring very quickly to watch. So I guess this is what they use to set their shit off, and he has smoked for compa too.
But isn't this after they ended the 30-day stream?
Buttlord is
doing one right now?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Yes.
Okay.
You just getting clout.
So it's pretty fucking obvious. Everybody knows already, you know what I'm saying? And then he pulls, so apparently,
I don't know why he went to my restaurant.
he pulled an O block.
He was trying to
pulled a
stun
6'9"
on you.
block.
Yeah, but I have had nothing to say to him or anything. Like,
What are you talking about? You were going crazy on him on the internet.
No, that was after.
After he went to the restaurant?
Yeah, after. I went on.
No, you were talking all tough. Why else would he have gone to the restaurant?
I didn't talk about Buttlord.
He really didn't say.
I didn't even know who Buttlord was.
Yeah, I don't even think he
I
said
didn't even know who
anything.
Buttlord
He
was.
did, but he said something about you.
Yeah.
He's like before
I'ma
that
fuck
he
him
was
up, whoa,
he's like
whoa,
I'll fuck
alright,
Operator
what
up and Lush at the
They
same
supposed to
time.
with a strap.
Who is Buttlord? Like, is he black?
Yeah.
Yes.
Buttlord. You don't even know Buttlord too? I didn't even know who it was. He posed up with an
are
MMA
you?
homie.
You might want to watch out. Remember those old tweets? He don't like people like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dead homies. He had never matched this energy, though.
So what do you have to say?
You gotta pop out show nigga. Certified boogeyman. You hear me?
What's up with these jabroni ass lames trying to see no jumper? Come on. Hey, no, Bricc. I want your honest take. How did it feel seeing somebody that's adjacent to your podcast universe have a bunch of tweets back in the day speaking ill of Nipsey and dissing your hood?
I think I should have that conversation with him.
Yeah.
So,
Say less.
yeah,
player.
I think I should have that conversation with him.
Yeah. Bricc was like, why did you call me, Lush? Like,
Oh my God, that would have been so much crazier if you were with them on those activities
Bring the
yesterday. Oh my
MMA
God.
nigga, too.
That would have really changed the whole vibe.
Bring the MMA nigga. We gonna see if they teach these type of skills at MMA.
Be like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
and bro, like,
It's already one up there. Baby.
It's already one.
Yeah. It's
What are the
already
chamber
ready to
dogs?
go,
Pensala,
man.
tira.
but now, look what this is
Stop
becoming
playing.
over. And now, a bunch of all these other parties are being brought into the mix over fucking Potlord Yuri Lush 1 beef. Do you know how fucking lame that is? Like, if somebody actually got hurt on either side of that, that wasn't one of the, that would make me feel so fucking guilty.
I think it'd be a good look for the woodpile, though, to be honest. You and Yuri get.
Shit. Ain't no woodpile over here,
so
boy.
at what point does the I like that, stand in business. But at what point does Yuri take it to the point where you feel like you need to pull up to the crib? Because he was saying some shit about your kid, your unborn
Yeah,
kid.
crack baby and all
Besides just calling you a bitch.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah.
So at what point did he feel the need to
Fuck
take it to
you
that
can't-
level?
No bitch. That was a bitch.
I think it was probably so he made a comment about I guess Riley popped up in my chat or whatever, and he had said, and Yuri was like, "Oh, Lush is a crackhead," and Riley was in the chat too. Someone was like, "Riley's in the chat," and I was like, "Fuck Yuri and Riley. Oh, I'm a crackhead." Well, then she can sniff a line off this dick. You feel me? Like that. I think that set him off.
So,
That set him off, but that's not even that
fuck
big of a
that.
deal.
Yeah,
fool.
like,
Like that's light.
He's so fucking touchy with that girl. Like, bro,
You gonna lose her that way, Pimp?
Yeah. I don't know. I think she just gonna stay because she's supposed to have been left his broke ass. So it's like
She's trying to prove something to the world.
So she ain't left yet. She ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, like they're
I don't
love.
know.
It's real love. It's
You
not,
think it's real love?
Yeah.
Nah, she just hasn't.
She going no.
She needs some Raider dick.
But this was I'm saying. He be policing that pussy. He not gonna let her leave for too long without him. You know what I mean? Like
they have
the grocery store is the furthest. You know what I'm saying?
They have the exact same mental
illness.
illness where they both are like so jealous that that's just like what they do together. It's just get mad at each other over and over. From what I could tell, yeah,
Toxic.
Yeah,
They're like, but you talk to that girl at Starbucks.
Oh, there's no talking. It's just looking. It's crazy.
Hey,
wow.
Like if he glances at a bitch, boom, fight. It's crazy.
no, and my girl,
At least the clips.
My girl is very, very jealous person as well, or territorial in her case. I would say is a better word. Like there's no friends. I can't even talk to homegirls I've had for decades. They're cut off. You know what I mean? But
Can't even tell you how much, huh?
yeah, I can't even. She's jealous of Raider. She's like, how's your boyfriend doing?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I mean, it's given.
Yeah, it's good. But we all know who the fucking man in this relationship is.
But
We all know who it is. Nah, but here's the thing. And my lady, like, she's not. What makes her different from Riley and Allie is she's not a streamer. She wants no parts of this world. She doesn't want to be known as like Lush One's girl. She's not some accessory. She's a dope ass artist herself. You know what I mean? Like she's her own entity. She's a hardworking woman. She stays out the fucking spotlight and just does her. You feel me? And she's independent, go-getter. She's not like trying to be on streams. She's not trying to be in that world. So it'd be one thing, like if I talk shit about Riley or Allie, they can get on the mic and defend themselves and talk shit back. You know what I mean? Like you talk shit about her, and when you say that an unborn kid is a crack baby, that is an implication of not just me, that's the implication on her. That's
And I feel like as soon as you say that to someone else, it's basically like you initiating your willingness to engage in a physical conflict. Like you don't say your kid is going to be fucking deformed without basically like that's like in the drill world. That's what you say in order to take it to a level where it's not going to be able to be anything besides smoke, right?
Or like Buttlord said about urethra when he said, we're smoking on your dead sister. You know what I mean? Like, and then you know what I said? We said R.I.P. to you. Potlord said that about Yuri back in the day, and that actually temporarily ended Podlord's tenure on the Disconnected podcast. This is No Jumper lore from circa 2022.
Yeah.
You remember?
That did happen.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And he wound up, they squashed it and he came back or whatever. But like, he said he's smoking on his homeboy's sister. Like, Yuri's like, how could you sit down on a podcast next to a guy that disrespected you like Adam? I was like, bro, you literally sit every day and your best friend said he's smoking on your sister. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Which is fucking insane.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I mean, Yuri's a Pinocha.
Yeah. He's a pinche joto. You feel me? Like
that's why we can't be bullies. You know, it's over. Beef's over.
But the thing is this.
Wave the white flag.
So he said all that, right? And then they showed up to a Raiders family-owned business.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like, come on, man.
Like with a fucking bodyguard. It's just me and Raider. He tried to Buttlord tried to say earlier on Food Community that we showed up 4 deep looking for Yuri. Well, I don't know where the fuck he got that.
This food,
it was just the two of us. Just the two of us. Literally, fool wasn't make it if we try. Wasn't nobody there, fool. It was just the two of us. We
just
pop
the
up.
two of us.
We pop up. You feel me? And like we pop up like Big Ski with the chopper. You feel me? You feel me?
And then I pop up with the pop up with the chopper. Remember that?
Yeah, exactly. Chopper Ross. No, so we're.
YG just made some bunk shit like that too.
You think he's stealing bars from Trap Lord Ross?
I like how you get the south side some love right there. Yeah, he threw all the homies right there. Bravo. Yeah, I don't know why he threw Chi-Chi in there, but yeah, you know.
I mean, shit, you know what I mean?
But yeah, that was dope.
All right. So you guys show up at Yuri's crib looking for smoke.
Lacking. No fucking
right.
We don't have the Fusca on us. We're just gonna go see this guy. We know his bitch ass ain't gonna come outside, but he has such harsh words. And I'm literally saying on the thing, you know what, Raider, you're way too fucking tough to fight this guy. Let me catch this fade. One-on-one. We're definitely not gonna pack you out. We're not gonna jump you one-on-one. Toke is riding around with his fucking armed bodyguard like Kevin Costner. Like he's
he's like fucking Moo Crump pointing the guns at the screen and shit. Fucking, they was going great.
Smack.
Bro, that shit was Chirac.
He went smack.
Smack.
Smack did that shit.
Yeah, like it was literally reminding me more of fucking like Lil Pump with the blick. You feel me?
Shoot
Like,
out the window?
Yeah. It was giving that. But regardless, we're there. Eventually, we see the Johnnies pull up on the block. We're like, oh, we out.
His
I don't know.
homies pulled up on the block.
Before his homies pulled up on the block, the Johnnies pulled
That's
up on
what he
the
was
fucking
saying,
block.
the
Yeah.
Yeah, the homies. No,
Oh, that's your motherfucking clique, huh?
Yeah.
LAP.
Johnny's 12.
NYPD.
The pig.
That's the setup, fool. So we see them, and my first thought is, I don't know if Yuri called the cops or not, and this is where the Cop Lord moniker came from. I definitely don't think Butt Lord called the cops, you know what I mean? But I do think that Yuri is an IRL streamer, and every restaurant he goes to, they're doxing it, they're doing this, they're doing that. It is not beyond the realm of feasibility for them. Everyone knows his address. It's out there for someone to be
Feels like now it's out there. I feel like prior to the last couple of days, I don't think it was not out there.
There's Armenians on the block. Like, I don't know what the fuck they said. Like, you know,
I'm saying, but did the police stop?
yeah, like they like pulled up on on the corner. You feel me? Like we're like, let's just like do it pushing before they even get hip to the fact that we might be the two suspects. You know, so we dip out.
You'll press charges for sure, huh?
Yeah, 1,000%.
I mean, you guys never went on this property.
No.
It was just like you guys were out there protesting.
But it's like an apartment building with like a gate in the front, and they're on the sidewalk right in front. So it's like,
no, we're ringing the gate. We found his fucking bell. We're ringing his bell. I found I saw the most Russian last name, and I know Riley's last name, and they were next to each other. So I'm like, oh, I just found it. Is this one beep? And I'm like, you're through. Come out, faggot.
Come on, dig.
That means so his neighbors could have called the police too, right?
It could have been that.
so
right.
okay, so you guys leave Yuri's crib.
We bounce.
We leave.
Where do you go?
We go to the studio.
Okay.
We go to our studio. You feel me?
In Santa Clarita.
In Santa Clarita.
Which is a hike. It's like a 40-minute drive.
It's not that far from...
When there's no traffic, it's pretty fast.
Yeah, from Bro's crib, it was like, it was maybe like 25, 30
okay.
minutes. You feel
Okay.
me? Like, yeah. But regardless, and then at that point, Butt Lord's fucking going 18 dummy hammer on fucking and he gets his kick removed.
Oh, I know.
He got
You reported
nuked.
him?
No.
It was probably fucking Uranus.
Yeah.
What do you think it was for? Just the pointing guns at the camera?
He says he's gonna kill you, this, that. He was saying all kinds. He
Well, I
said
think
he's
there
gonna
was a
kill us.
doxing thing,
was
too,
saying-
'cause he
was
put my
saying the
phone
smokers
number
and all
on.
that, right? He was saying all kinds of stuff.
I'm gonna kill these guys.
Allegedly. I'm not sure.
Allegedly.
I didn't hear you.
It doesn't
Allegedly.
matter.
I don't know.
We're not snitching because all this is
He documented
public
himself.
record. His public record. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like
He documented himself.
all right, cool. Like here's the thing. You want to bring other people into it? We could bring other people into it. It could get really messy.
Yeah, but I
All
gotta
we
do that.
wanted was what we had agreed to earlier on the phone with Flacco: a 2v2 fade with no other parties involved. You know what I
So
mean?
2v2, you both fighting at the same time, but you're not allowed to interject yourselves into each other's beef? Or if you knock out Yuri, then you get to turn on Pollard?
We never discussed like
It'll be a
specifics.
2-on-2 like WWE.
Have you seen 2-on-2 MMA? That's what I'm picturing
Like
in my
tag
head.
team?
But maybe it'll be less
Yeah,
literal
like
than that. Okay.
It'll be a.
We had a strategy. We did have a strategy for what we
What,
were going to do.
kick him in the
Fight.
legs?
Well,
No, it's a fist fight. Just fist fight.
yeah, it's fisticuffs, you know. But
Fisticuffs. Oh, yeah. How is that a strategy? That's just a fight.
no, that's not the. I'm not going to say what our strategy was.
okay.
We can't tell you the game.
Because it still might happen,
We can't
right?
tell you.
Like,
Yeah,
but like,
it's gonna happen when we see each other.
yeah, that's
it.
the thing. We're not
You know what I
going
mean?
out of our way. We're not tripping on these
Yeah.
fools. We don't. The fact that I woke up today and this dude is still on stream talking about
Pollard
this.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Butt Lord.
Still on stream.
Butt Lord.
His girls on comments on pictures of my mother making comment. I'm like, bro, it's 7:30 in the morning.
Right.
Like, are you
think the tweaking?
Wait, Riley is commenting, talking shit
No,
on
no, no.
pictures of your mom.
No, his Allie was.
Are you serious?
Yes,
Oh,
fool.
my God.
Yes, and I'm like, look, like, what are you doing?
I
Like,
cannot imagine being in a relationship with someone who wanted to be involved in this sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Now,
Number
granted, I did get on her helmet pretty hard. I had some pretty harsh words for her, which I wouldn't have. But again, she inserted herself in the situation, was talking about me, was throwing shots. So it is what it is. But at this point, if we run into each other, if either one of us run into either one of them, it is what it is. We're not actively out there hunting nobody. We're not trying to make no content about it. Like, I'd rather just like, it is what it is. See you when I see you.
But Lush, you're not going to skim past what happened at that point.
What happened?
Pot Lord announced that he was going to be sliding to Santa Clarita. You guys are on stream. And then, conveniently, Comparator got to go get some pussy for the first time in his entire fucking life. Oh, I got to go get some pussy, bro. I got to get some pussy. There's some pussy for me out there. I got to go get some pussy. Lush, you can handle fighting this professional MMA fighter with 2 Glocks with extended clips, right? You'll be cool. What the fuck is wrong with you? You turn your back on your brother. This is not what I think of when I think of the Raza.
Hey, we were right there behind the scenes.
I linked up with the Raza because I believe that y'all would stand on business. Unlike all these pussy-ass white boys. What's going on? Why'd you turn your back on your brother?
And I fucking stayed, fool.
Exactly.
10 toes down.
Standing on business.
Big Rick shut down the team.
Yeah, so Big Rick, you can pull Big Rick in and he can tell you
Tell
exactly
Big
what
Rick to
happened.
come in and talk about
He
it.
can tell you what happened. You feel me?
Yeah. So tell me what happened. You decided to get some pussy for the
I had to
first
get
time.
some bond, fool.
What was
so
going
we
on?
had to tell you the game plan.
Why
We had to
you
be behind
leave
the
Lush?
scene. We had to be behind the scene right there.
Yeah.
Nah, we were there till 2 in the morning.
You just wanted to get off camera so you could talk about where you were going to hide the bodies?
Hey,
Look.
Hey,
Santa Clarita
it's good.
is easy. Drop 'em off at Wayside.
Listen. This is for entertainment purposes
Magic
only.
Mountain.
Entertainment purposes only. But when shit hits the fan, shit's gonna hit the fan. Now you're threatening us with all this shit. All right, let's run it. I'm not gonna be on camera when you're gonna pull up. I'm gonna be right there, sniper it out.
And that's the other reason
I'm not
that I
gonna be
was
right there like, hey, caught slipping. Fuck no, we ain't got
and
my
that's
shit.
the reason
We
why
ready,
I was calling him Cop Lord too, because like
So
you
you want me
said,
to-
it's giving Chirac 2011 vibes. We're basically doing all the detectives' work for them. If it does culminate in something like, and look,
You're right. Pot Lord is like King Von
you feel,
Hey, but look,
in many ways.
should I said like, hey, fool, let me get the straps ready and load up the clips? I'll be right there behind. Should I said that better?
No.
Right,
In
no.
that sense,
Yeah, I wanna go get some
if you
pussy.
going to get some pussy was a alibi, respect.
on, man, you better
That's
stop,
very,
John,
very
you're very
Raza of you. I like it a lot. But if you were just bailing on the homie
Turn
so
it
you
down
could
the
go get
fade.
some buns,
I'll never turn down
Look,
the
we
fan.
were-
I would never do
Oh,
that to
Ben
Brick
there.
Baby.
I'll keep it a stack, bro. We were considerably deep over there.
We were there till 2 in the morning, right?
You were mad deep?
Yeah, we were mad deep. Still,
okay.
Still, yeah. Sick
We were there like
reference.
for 2 in the morning.
But the cold thing is, Buttlord said, he's like, you could tell that Raider don't really fuck with Lush because he left him hanging. So, like,
believe
we
him?
don't, of course not, fool.
Come on,
I did.
Come on.
We don't know.
I believed him.
Come on. Where you at?
I was-
Where the fuck you at? Come on.
The jury is out. I don't
Getting
know.
gayer every time you
No,
do.
hey, you see what
Hey,
I'm saying
we're
on
gay.
business? You know what? As of now, I'm not coming with no jewelry. No more jewelry.
No more jewelry?
Nah,
Why not?
we coming on war ready.
Somebody just hit me up and told me that you did
Pop
leave.
it, nigga.
Will you swear?
We're ready.
Will you put it
We're
on
ready.
your dead homies that he didn't
ready.
leave?
You gotta get a little
He
blood.
left the
Jesus
room.
piece
Yeah.
every now and
He
then.
left the room.
But you didn't
Yeah.
leave the building.
He left the room.
Come on, man.
Like-
I wouldn't leave the homie hanging.
Yeah, he was like, I don't want to get too specific because then, again, that's like,
Why you
but
breaking my spot, dog? It's like Flacco here.
Did he leave or
Oh,
not?
it's Flacco.
he did not leave
All
the
right,
way
cool.
y'all think.
He
that
left to go
has.
get something.
Okay.
He relocated, but in the proximity.
I left, dog. I left.
He got on the roof with a sniper rifle?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
left.
he left. He
I
left.
left.
He
Yeah,
left.
he
He left.
left.
He left. He left.
Did you got in your car and left?
Yeah, I left.
You left.
I left the homie hanging. Fuck it. I
Yeah,
said,
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
it, fool. Let
He
the
said-
homie go down, dog.
said-
I'm out this shit, dog.
He said, fuck
I
on
ain't
the
worth
sick
this.
one.
Ain't worth it, dog. I'm out of here, dog.
He said, fuck our interview tomorrow.
Yeah, fuck
You feel
everything
me?
else.
Like, yeah. Because we got peso tomorrow. Oh, shit. Going up.
Which
No,
you
that's
guys,
Thursday, that's Thursday,
you
that's
guys
Thursday.
also are leaky faucets, and you couldn't keep that one secret, huh?
Well, I told him not to. This fucking
No,
dick.
but no.
So now we got to deal with Icon's ass sitting next to us on the couch. He was asking to come.
No,
Because you guys
no,
let it
that's
out.
Hey, y'all can't
He already
be
had
getting
one.
my
He already
little
had
bros because y'all are part of the Raza and shit.
Yeah.
Like, come on. I
So you
told
can't
Peso
find fault
he
with them?
came home
I can't
and he
already
could come
interview
sit
them.
down
He can't
with
come
the
and
low.
bite this one. No. Icon already interviewed him.
Okay, so we're shutting that one down.
Yeah, showing that is us.
All right.
Sorry,
Wait,
Icon. You already interviewed. Come on, dog. What's wrong with you?
But-
You heard it. I tried to give him a shot.
But no, we want to sit down with Icon
Later on.
very soon. Yeah.
And interrogate him.
Yeah,
No,
I'll put him in the hot seat real quick.
We would like to try. No, we just want him on the pod. It's only right.
It's Game of Thrones right now, man. We're trying to figure out which Raza is best.
Well, to keep
Who
it.
won't leave him no one
Bravo,
hanging?
don't go over there with them. Still come to the beat. Peso, we got to fade.
We literally.
I'm going to be here tomorrow.
Now, all of a sudden, all you fools want to do the Raza now, homie.
Bro, I was pushing Icon's line 10.
Oh, I didn't know you hated Icon.
No,
I don't hate
Icon.
Yeah, he straight it up. I don't like Icon. Icon's on me. I'll be there tomorrow. But that's Thursday. Fool.
Yeah, it's Thursday.
So, okay. But then it came out that actually Pot Lord, or Butt Lord, as you're calling him, that he had spun y'all and he did not travel to Santa Clarita, and it actually was all a ruse to freak you guys out. And he was claiming this as like a massive W.
Hey, you know what?
It's kind of a questionable W, right? It's not how much of a W is
It's
it?
a V.
He
It's a half a
did
W.
fool you.
Yeah.
He fooled you.
but he got the goons ready, though.
But
He got
also,
the
like,
goons ready.
this is a situation where it's like people are trying to figure out like who's the toughest.
So goon.
And when you like say you're coming and then you don't come, I mean he did fool you, but it's also like that's not really like the tough thing to do, right?
But here's the thing. Out of the four of us, Raider by a significant margin is the toughest, all right?
Oh.
Pot Lord probably is tougher than me. Will I fight him? Yes, because clearly I'm not afraid to fight anybody. You feel me? Like, I will fight Pot Lord. Whatever.
I'll beat him up.
Tougher?
I'll beat both those fools up at the same time.
Yuri is by a significant margin the biggest bitch. I feel like I'll get a hate crime for fucking
Probably including the women.
Yeah. My girl would beat the shit out of fucking Yuri.
Where's
He's not from nowhere. He got homies from Showline. You know what I'm saying?
So
like, he's not from a gang.
Where did he
He's not a
decide
gang
to
member.
use that terminology?
When he was younger.
NAPK, you mean?
Yeah, when he was hanging
good.
out with fools and shit. Definitely from hanging out with, show lines and shit like that and other fools, like I didn't even know that y'all was into it with them like that. You feel me?
Show lines?
Yeah, like I thought sometimes it's cool, sometimes it's not. Like
Yeah, we cool with him now.
yeah, now.
But probably
At that time, it was probably slimy for whatever reason. Like,
for a couple
Like,
of them.
hey, the whole thing.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. The beach is an eventful spot.
right.
And then it's also somebody's territory, so you got to be careful how you stomp through there. And I think
Right.
we stomped through there a couple times. And
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that makes
And then
perfect
back
sense.
in the day, I guess the older homies in skating rings and shit. I don't know, some shit like
Right,
that.
right.
But as far as now, we all together. I just did it. I just dropped the song with somebody for sure.
But I've seen fools from like
that last thing, that feature that I just dropped.
yeah, shouts to my boy JP Cali Smooths, Free Six Boy. Like there's dope rappers from over there. There's dope. I got homies from over there.
got a
They're
gang
good
of
people.
homies
I got
over there.
definitely got hella homies from
Yeah.
V13 and shit too.
3.
Like they all I fucks with Venice heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but regardless of all that, I don't know what made him feel like he could use that type of dialogue. Because
I wanna see
He was
something.
probably just a kid at the time. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and just say he was a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, it was equivalent to like Crip Mac on
They
Facebook
still
back in the
hold
day.
Metro accountable for his kid tweets.
A lot of
Yeah,
people
well, he
are
needs to
like,
shut his whole ass up and make some drums.
well, a lot of
Like,
people are like gang fans. And like, especially in that era of Twitter, it's like people are just literally like in the bleachers, just like cheering shit on, like, oh, I don't like them. Because before you're like really into shit, you might have like a friend who's in a gang. Yo, if I was just me, like total BMX nerd Adam, and somehow me and you became besties,
Yeah.
I was like grown enough that I for sure would not be like tweeting at your fucking ops or whatever.
Yeah.
But if I was like 17 and I'm like BMX nerd who happens to be cool with Bricc Baby, would I maybe like be a fucking retard enough to like start dissing the ops or some shit? Like I could
For
see
sure.
if I was like a dummy like that for sure. Like so you viewed in that context, I could kind of understand.
you have tweets about the 8 trays or the Hoovers.
Some shit like that. Like I probably, if I was like a retarded like 17-year-old, maybe I would have been able to.
I
like,
caught
do
my
something.
son crashing out in the comments the other day.
Yeah?
I had to cuss him out.
For real?
Yeah.
On the ops?
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, but this podcasting thing
My
is.
son's 11. He's causing damage.
He's ready.
Going to 5th grade.
He's ready.
Prime.
Oh, he's
He's
okay.
ready.
He could be my intern.
Okay, that's
Sure.
right.
So, okay, what you saying?
So I was saying, like, him pulling up to my restaurant and all that, 'cause you might see him like a character. You know what I mean? Like, this podcasting thing is second. I only been podcasting for like 14 months, you know? I'm really a gang member, you know? I'm from Sanford. I'm really from the hood.
Hey,
so don't be playing. Like,
It's not the.
no, I know, but I'm saying, like,
No, but he's saying he's-
what I'm trying to say is, like, don't play with fire, dog.
It's
Like, you know
the
what
same
I mean?
thing
I don't want
for
to
you,
crash
right?
out. I don't want to
That's what I'm
crash
saying.
out.
Same
and all
for
that.
you.
You know what I mean? I'm a grown man, and I don't want to glorify gang banging and all that. Gang banging and all that.
Gang banging.
But it's like, don't play with fire, compa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't play with
that.
I don't want to crash out, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, like a motherfucker worried about his motherfucker well-being at all times. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm gonna be straight at all times, even if it means that I gotta compromise your ass. So
You know what I
please
mean?
don't
play with me.
But
dog.
it's crazy to think like that Pot Lord is so King Von that like he really thought that he was gonna smoke you and that like life would just go back to normal after and that everything would be all good. That's like some fried shit.
Yeah.
They wasn't finna smoke shit, but whatever they was smoking on in that car.
Yeah, like
I'm telling you, they wasn't finna smoke shit. Anybody pointing the same, like, all right, so it's like today, you might as well smoke some, go rob you a bank in the morning, and then turn yourself in.
right.
Because like you smoke something after alive, at this point it's over with for you.
But like you had a dude that looked like Dwayne the Rock Johnson mixed with Soda Popinski from Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Fucking like he could literally crush my skull with his bare hand. He's like, Lush, I need that fade, and I'ma smoke you. Like, really, fool? For Lush? Like, but guess what? Just like if someone do something to him, there's definite repercussions. But don't think that, like, there's a lot of people that love me, fool. There's a lot of people from a lot of places across the
I got
world.
you back,
that
even if I left you hanging yesterday, fool.
you didn't leave me.
You gotta get some pussy.
Yeah. False narrative.
When you gotta get some pussy, you gotta get some pussy.
Yeah, of course.
I picked pussy before the homie.
It was-
But that's the game plan, homie. Don't trip, homie. Why you trying to? That's our game plan. Why you gotta run it out?
I'm not trying to blow the spot.
Yeah, you blew the
Listen,
spot. You blew the spot, fool.
If I need
Blew the
you to
spot,
watch
dog.
my back,
I got your back.
if I got ops on the way, and you decide that you need to get your little fucking willy wet,
It's not even that. You don't know what my willy wet means.
Hey,
see, I like that.
Out the window,
See,
dog.
that I approve of. That's way better.
Adam,
Yeah.
can a vato get a break?
Can I get a break?
They said that nigga Scary Larry, nigga. That's what somebody just put in the fan fund.
That's probably but
Said
Lord.
a scary ass. So.
But Lord. But Lord.
I mean, nah, but
Wild night.
Yeah.
It was a wild night.
Wild night.
Wild, wild
I feel
night.
like y'all got a W. Y'all got a W. I give you. I give
take
y'all
the
the
dub.
W.
We'll take the dub.
I've heard the whole story. Give the W to my fellas. Next time, call me. I love
Hey,
Because
pop
alright,
out action.
it is kind of a W because you did show up at the spot. Now, granted, like you left before the reinforcements came, but then he
Did
like
they ever go there though? Did
They
the
said they were going there, but then they didn't
what
go there.
time of day was this? And was it on a
This is like 1 in the morning at this point.
no track.
1 in the morning.
No,
Yeah.
this is
Everything in
midnight,
LA is
bro.
15
Midnight.
minutes.
Yeah.
Everything in LA is 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
My house is 30 minutes from there.
And even if it's like
At
40
1 in the
minutes
morning.
away, you might say it's like 15 minutes away.
No,
Right,
but what I'm saying is like no traffic, like from the Valley to fucking LAX on the
25 minutes. 20. Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
So
Especially if
I'm
you're
like, come on, man. Anywhere in traffic, you can get anywhere in LA fast.
Catch Lush in traffic.
That shit
Yeah,
traffic.
exactly.
Catch me outside.
Kiss me.
Outside,
That's a job.
traffic.
Yeah, baddie. What is her name?
Was that Bad
Bad
Baby?
Baby.
No, you were making a Lil Reese and
Yeah.
Sosa reference.
I probably could have done a better
Yeah,
version
yeah.
of that,
Yeah.
but yeah. All right, so that's good. You know, at least like that happened. I feel like if anything, last night's shenanigans that y'all were putting down kind of took some of the shine away from the fact that Bricc Baby
up with that, dog? Go
converted
with the
to
orange
Hooverdom.
dog.
You see the orange hat. You see the orange Jordans. He's switched sides. He's getting his Snoopy badass on.
How you feel about
Let's
that,
start there.
Chat.
Hey, how do you feel about that, Adam?
How do I feel? Switched up on no jumper and switched up on the Crips. in the
He's
same night. That's crazy. Damn, bro.
Hey,
I thought I
If we did,
God damn. Was it worth it, dog?
Jesus Christ.
Was it worth it?
Was it groovy?
I mean, it was worth it. We set records last night. You know
You
what I mean?
did. Oh, that was the most mind-blowing thing to me is that Bag on Fig has been averaging around like 3,000, maybe 4,000 viewers live. Bricc Baby comes through, boom, they skyrocket to 10K, which honestly, short-term W for them for sure.
Peaked at
Long-term
12.
L because of the fact that it's so obvious that they have this big potential audience there at any given time, but that audience for the most part only chooses to activate themselves when there's something happening that contributes to the No Jumper lore, aka the reunion, aka having Bricc Baby come through. That is kind of mind-blowing to me to just realize that like their fan base that has been fleeing the building in recent months is actually still down to fuck with them. It just has to relate to No Jumper. So now you understand like pretty much everything that they do. And so,
No Jumper.
Would you partner with them?
no, I don't think that would make
You're trying
any
to piece it up?
sense.
You're trying to bridge it up?
Nah.
No, he said no.
But that okay.
Smokes forever.
The smoke's
I know it didn't get that spicy because they didn't really like. There was like almost no clips that made its way to the Reddit, so I'm going to assume that like we weren't discussed that much in terms of the No Jumper thing. But I will say, somebody sent me a clip of T-Rail saying to you, come home, which I realize must be like a very attractive proposal to you to go work for free for someone who has like a fucking studio in the back of a woman's clothing warehouse. But I mean, that's just like the level of hubris available to him there is kind of mind blowing. Like, oh, you should come work for me for free. What the fuck are we talking about? Anyway, I mean, that's the only thing I saw, so that's the only thing I can comment on.
He told me to come home. It obviously was a joke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, there's truth in every joke.
But was it weird for you to even be
truth is in
around?
the details.
Was it weird to be
Truth
around
in
Smack?
details. Nah, it wasn't weird. All right, so me and Smack been WWFing for like the last 3 months. It's all been fake.
What?
For real?
Yeah.
So you wanted to
you
smack him?
lying. You lying.
No, man.
I mean, they never really got that extreme with it. So
He got drunk, and that's what I like. As soon as the stream come on, T-Rail like, nigga, so what happened, nigga, when you was on live? He got straight to it, and I'm like, yeah, what happened? Like, nigga, how you get to the figures? Like, but I had talked to him before that, and he like, I know the conversation was pertaining to you, but I was talking to the homies, and I just was chunking the hood up. But I done did that shit too.
Yeah.
Like. Me and Baby Nitty.
I don't know though. Like when Smack was pointing the gun at the camera and being all mad, saying that you were talking about him smoking sherm, that felt kind of real.
Yeah. He said that's where you had me hot. He said you had me hot.
Okay.
He said, but the where you really had me hot was when you said when the dude with the knife came inside my house that I couldn't get up and use my shirt, and then he said you start playing with your leg. But at the end of the day, I guess he said that he was drunk or whatever the case is. He did make it right and say that he didn't mean nothing towards us because his cousins and how we been cool. And then my cousins, we all got
mutuals.
Yeah, we already figured that out.
Yeah.
We all was on the phone that day. And
Yeah.
he's like, what's up, nigga? I'm like, we gonna keep it going.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm bullshit. So all the Smack shit just was fake.
I
So
would
it's
love
like,
to smoke Sherm with Smack.
What?
Like, I feel like that would be
Smack
cool.
smoked Sherm before. Like,
I'm
come
joking.
on, Smack. I told him, he like, I sold it before, nigga. I ain't never tried.
Yeah.
He like, nigga, I did powder and ecstasy. I told everybody. I'm like, yeah, it just did.
But is him saying that he's never done sherm like you saying you never snorted coke?
Yeah, like that one time.
that's
I
a
snorted
cap.
coke. 'Cause he knows that I did it one time.
Like you like getting fucked up so much that I just feel like you probably had some powder.
I've never. I told you.
Let's
the
change
one
that
time.
in the next few hours.
No. No.
Man.
Okay, so like
It's gonna happen at some
in
point soon.
the recent months to come, somebody sold me some Molly that I thought was Molly, and it was like numb
And none
I
of your
didn't
shit.
even look. Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's coke. He's like, oh, I gave you the wrong bag. I'm like, yeah, the fuck? Like, I know you did. I'm smelling. I'm like, this just smell like fish kill. What the
Yeah. Yeah.
Do it? Did you do it?
Yeah. But I didn't snort it.
You ate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you injected
my whole
it.
mouth was fucking
Yeah, you was on a
Sick one.
Bro, that shit was crazy.
You should've went-
I'm like, what the fuck? Because I ate
the
like
best
at least
pussy.
like a 0.2.
Oh, Oh yeah, he was feeling yeah.
I'm like, what?
But all right, I also want to answer to this because there's a popular narrative saying that Adam 22 should be or is secretly mad at you, Flacco, I guess, for going on back on Fig. DW stopped by Ace Boys the other day with
Damn,
a
what's
blower
going on,
sticking out of
bro?
his basketball shorts. I just want to say, I've never told you not to do that. For the record, I never told Flacco not to do that. So everybody out here making assumptions that I wouldn't want y'all to do that, I actually think you going on there is probably like net positive for the views of anything that you do on this platform.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If anything, you got a whole bunch of religious zealots over there that actually think that T-Rail's a good person, who are actually maybe realizing like, oh, this is what a real one looks like. So I am encouraging the fans to have that epiphany and come roll with the winners, roll with the hoodsters, if you will, because, you know, over there has been some questionable behavior. You know, they completely censored their own Reddit. There's been a mass evacuation to the No Jumper Reddit. So we're kind of like housing a whole shitload of refugees now, a bunch of back on Fig refugee fans.
We're not like Joel Osteen.
No, yes, you are all welcome into this church.
Yeah.
No, totally, yes. There's been a lot of commentary about, you know, the refugee crisis, and No Jumper is doing our best to help out with that, if only in the Reddit sense.
Yeah, and
Jeez Louise.
honestly, though, at the end of the day, you've never even said to me, and I feel like I'm under much more scrutiny due to my previous tenure and the way that it ended. Like, I kind of have to be on my P's and Q's more than the average No Jumper employee. Got to show up a little bit earlier. You feel me? Just got to push my line a little harder to let it be known what timing I'm on. With that being said, you never even have discouraged me from
No,
going
I
on
don't
other
care.
platforms.
Yeah, what the fuck do I care? I mean, it does help turn their platform up in the short term, which, you know, it is what it is. But really, like, what the fuck do I care?
Yeah, bro, we gave.
Where is it at?
No, I don't mean to ruin the podcast.
No, you're
Go ahead.
good. You're
Yeah,
good.
hey, do you see that? Bad podcasting.
What'd I do?
We're talking and you start fucking talking while I'm talking, but you start going.
No, I didn't.
There's so much of that on this fucking podcast, on the news, etc. You'll hear there'll be two people having like a good conversation, and then somebody be like, "Yo, you got loose leaf? You got backwood? You got some weed? You got lighter?"
I'm
It's like,
traumatized from the last podcast we had.
right?
Or the first
You're
one.
not traumatized enough because you just fucking did it,
Bro, I-
Custer.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah. Custer activities.
The last week, I don't know what the fuck happened, but me and Bricc got so fucking stoned when we were discussing the Drake and Kendrick thing. Like, I literally had an out of body experience and was using every fiber of my soul to keep it together. I don't know what. I feel
Shout
like
out to
you.
Zy Father hit different.
I was oblivious to this.
Yeah, no,
I didn't really notice that.
We
We
held
We were
it
talking
down.
about Sherm sticks,
Yes.
and he started thinking that I was still smoking Sherm.
Yeah, I literally was like-
he thought that I had it in a Sherm stick.
I
'cause the
literally-
weed was so fire.
It felt different, bro. And I only took like 5 little puffs. You feel me? And I'm like loaded.
If you double back, I was high off that weed.
He was high as fuck too. And then at a certain point, Bricc asks for water. He's like, "Could I get some water?" And just him asking for water made me like sway more high. But I had this literal out of body experience where I'm like, oh my God, I'm on No Jumper right now. I'm just chopping it up with Adam and Bricc about the fucking Kendrick and Drake beef. I'm on one of the biggest hip hop platforms discussing the most important current event
Ever.
This might be fucking time stamped for. And I was like, had this insane
So you
level
were
of
glazing.
awareness. No, bro.
no,
I got fucking nervous. Like,
Yeah,
and that never
glazing.
happens. I was like, this is what I've been waiting for. I'm like, put me in, coach. I'm the one to fucking pontificate on this. I know more
I
about
am
hip hop than
here.
anyone
I'm
here.
the chosen
I'm
one.
Keem. You feel me?
Yeah.
I have that all the time. The other day, holy shit, I am on a dick pill interviewing FBG Butter.
Yo, what? The
That's crazy.
fuck?
This has
Whoa,
never been
you
done
got
before,
excited.
and maybe will never happen again.
Why would
Why?
Right
why
after
would you take a
plug
dick
talk?
pill with him, dog?
I was fucking before.
Right after plug.
I had a
talk.
full day of fucking, and then I had to interview Butter.
Okay, but it's, the effects
With a
still
boner.
the effects linger like
Yo,
a
I took the
cranberry
whole
single.
pill, having never took a dick pill my whole life, and that shit was way too much.
What, you took a Rhino?
I'm not gonna say what brand I took.
Okay.
I can tell you off camera.
Yeah.
You
Did it work?
Like a motherfucker. What do you think I'm talking about?
did you go home and continue to get off?
You kind of have to, right?
Probably with myself in the Jack Shack.
Yeah.
Because when you film, you can't like film multiple porn scenes with your girl and then go home and be like, hey, let me get some more pussy.
That's greedy. That's just greedy.
You could go work all day and come home and be like, oh, let me get some pussy. But if work is fucking on camera all day, it's kind of. I probably had to go finesse myself.
You got another little 20 minutes because it's not a quick one.
No, she's gonna be looking at you. Yeah. She's gonna be looking at you like a sick fuck.
Yeah.
More?
That's like, and that, kids, is why I stopped doing crystal meth.
Why stop doing porn?
She gets horny, huh?
I seen a lot of men like men off of that shit.
No, that's when you get too smoked out.
Well, you spent a lot of time in Atlanta, to be fair.
Nah,
so.
bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Right here.
Yeah, with Pee Wee Longway.
Ain't no meth over there. Listen, what I'm telling you is, it's a lot of people that went the meth route and ended up with bottles and shit up their ass.
What the? Whoa, what kind of homies you have?
On video.
Wow.
On video?
On video?
What?
Multiple different hoods.
Wow. That's
Atlanta hoods.
No, LA.
LA hoods where people have been caught putting bottles in their ass. What are we talking about? You know, Cheeseburger hit me up.
yeah.
It might have been drugs with Cheeseburger too.
Well,
no.
he just came to mind. I'm not insinuating that he had anything to do with that. But
Yeah, you gonna let him come speak his piece?
Yeah, I heard the other day P. Nice was saying that Hispanics could rat on each other or rat on another race. I was like, whoa,
That was yesterday, I believe, yeah.
Is that
Where do
true?
you get
It's
that
true.
from? What?
It's true.
No, it's not.
It
Fool, I've
is
never
true.
heard of that. Hey, fool, you can rat on a black or you can rat. No.
But you ain't been behind them
you
walls
can't,
that much,
homie.
right? I think
You
that's
can't
probably
do
what he's
that.
talking
You
about,
can't
right?
rat- You can't.
Yeah,
You can't rat on. You just can't rat.
You can't rat
At all, period.
I'm telling you. Well, all right.
Well, if they did,
I
it's
can't
just because
tell
they're
you,
rats.
I
Because they're
can't
rats.
tell-
You know
I
what I mean?
can't tell you y'all rules. So
You know what I mean?
There's
no rules there.
There's rats of all.
Yeah, there's
all
rats
colors.
everywhere. There's
Yeah,
rats
that's
everywhere.
what
If
I
they rat it, they
was
rat it.
about
But
to
there's
say.
no
Yeah,
rule like,
yeah.
hey, you know what? If he's a black, you can rat. Or if he's a white, you can rat. No,
But he
ratting
don't
is
be-
ratting.
But he don't have to go PC in the county and shit.
You know what I mean? When you rat, you rat. Dog.
With the paper, like it be like shit like that.
Yo, I want to just read some of these donations because last week, I am really, really sorry, but we forgot to read the super chats
Why'd you
because we
forget?
were so zoned in on the conversation that we totally forgot that people were probably sending in donations. So I apologize to everybody, but I'm going to read these. Global warning. The hair transplant is not growing correct, Adam. Time to go skinhead. Fuck you. I responded to that earlier. This one. The BOF crossover Zesty AF. Bricks an op and you lame for approving. Boom. Narrative.
It said jerky was a turkey. He wants to get based like a turkey.
And then this guy
That's
said,
it.
Casey.
That's what I'm saying. He
The
said-
boy, I'm a. Whoa, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
We're gonna
he
block him.
tripping.
He gotta
Yeah.
die. Holy shit.
Jerky does this every day.
Yeah,
he wanted me to say Jerky said he wants to get based like a turkey.
Oh, he gone. He's gone forever. That's fucked up. You can't mention
Yeah,
the kids, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
At
doing
all.
that's doing
That's
10
what I
months.
said.
Crip Street 2. That's 10 munch. AF. Crip Street 2 said, Lush, I fuck with you, gang, but you only fought Almighty because you went off on camera. Same deal with this Pollard stuff. He's basically saying you're a tweaker and that you fucking don't have self-control.
Why did Tweaker come into the equation?
I mean, that's just what I'm taking for not tweaker, but like saying that you're like basically out of control of your own
He be
words
tweaking.
and emotions, right?
Oh yeah, you went up on
He said
camera.
what?
Yeah. There's definitely I think there's truth to that. There's truth to
Because
that.
I will say that I really wanted Lush back on this podcast primarily because of your ability to discuss hip hop
Yeah.
and your conversational skills. Not so much your willingness to pull up to Yuri's house. So, I mean, and I'm not taking anything away from you. Obviously, you can handle your scandal however you want to handle it. I'm just saying that it was a little surprising.
No, I think that I made it clear that this was not no jumper induced. People like, oh, he's crashing out for Adam. Like Adam had nothing to do with this whatsoever.
And of
Like,
what I saw, I didn't really see my name getting brought up that much.
No.
So I was like, okay, well, at least
No.
this isn't like being treated as if it's like my
there's not
doing.
going to be a fucking Rico.
Yeah, you're not Muop. I didn't just send you on a drill, bro.
With that being said, though, like
Way too many Chicago
I
references
do
today.
feel like there is. I think my willingness to stand on business and not waver or back down is a difference from the Lush one that was in his previous tenure, a no jumper. And I do feel like you fuck with that. I could be misreading the situation.
No, I mean, I'm not mad at it. You do what you got to do. Should I? But man, I'm gonna be the one having to bail your ass out if you get caught up for going there.
He stands on business.
Allegedly.
I got your back, fool. I told you, come on.
That's read Crip Street 2's next comment.
The dude that Toke is with from Venice Shoreline, he brought him because you are the literal SS. Come on, don't play slow Lush. He's basically saying that the guy that Paulo was with was brought along to do battle with Compa.
But why though? But what is
He
like?
said the dude was from Showline last night.
I didn't even realize, bro. I don't think he was because I don't think he was from Showline because I said, "Where are you from?" And he said, "Your mama, bitch," and was his response. You feel me? Like, there's nobody in the city of Los Angeles from any gang that if you say, there's no fucking reality. I don't think bro from Showline, and I've never seen him before. Like,
Bro, I had an ill one at the farmer's market. So there's like a random Mexican dude with like a face tattoo who's like working at one of the little like Mexican breakfast things at the farmer's market. And he comes over like asking me for a photo. I'm like, for sure. And there's a Homeboy Industries set up at selling like loaves of bread and shit at the farmer's market as well. Yeah. So we just happened to be standing near there. So the one dude asked like an older homie to take a photo of us. And the older dude says, "Hey, where you from?" To me.
Yeah.
And
bang on me, homie.
I have like 2 seconds of like, oh, he thinks I'm one of them. Yeah. And then the younger dude goes, "He's from No Jumper, bro." I'm like, oh, I'm saved.
He thought you were
What were you gonna say?
I was about to say New Hampshire.
New
Hampshire, bro.
Bro.
I'm from New Hampshire. No, but then I was like, am I really gonna say New Hampshire? I've been in LA for 15 years. I should probably have a better answer than that.
SFV.
SFV Peckerwoods.
I'm with Lush.
Yeah, he with Lush.
The wood pile.
Don't leave him.
Ain't no wood pile.
Okay, Crimea River said, hey, how you bring a Blamey to a Lush fight?
Come on, man. How you bring an MMA fighter with a Fusca when it's really supposed to be 2-on-2? He wasn't bringing no gang. Raider wasn't bringing no gang shit into it.
I'm not gonna do all that.
I wasn't bringing my homies into it. Blah, 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 blah. You dig? Come on.
Inkyo
Owl
Tats. Right. Kill Squad, bring some masks to Summer Smash, easy sells.
Yeah.
For the show.
We got it.
Crip Street 2 again said, Lush, you got Pot Lord's Addy, so why you pull up on Yuri? Because you know he's the weakest link. You just said yourself you knew he wasn't coming out, so why not pull up the Toke and smoke it up?
I woke up. Did I not show you the text messages? I woke up that morning.
Yeah, you've been texting everybody and just not getting any responses.
I was like, what's up, bitch? What's up? I'm coming through. What's up? What's up? I was looking for that. I wanted originally to, but then once Yuri made a stream with a picture of me behind him, he physically blew up a poster of me from my Soft White Underbelly interview.
Yeah, wait, no, that was like added in the
fool. Like,
that's a real piece of paper. Yes. I saw that real quick. I thought that like somebody added it in.
No, that's really a part of it.
What
I believe.
the fuck?
Yeah,
that probably cost you like $100 at Kinko's.
Right,
that's not cheap.
And you had like the ball.
Yeah, it was like the unattractive Lush era. Very like not to say that I'm fucking Channing Tatum right now, but like
Brad Pitt now,
I'm Brad Pitt. We have the same birthday. But once he did that and was talking about my crackhead, I'm about to have a crack baby, my attention is now diverted elsewhere.
Yeah, for sure.
Like whatever Toke did, like I was mainly mad at him for, oh, my girl family, you don't even know what's going on, and you gonna reveal this shit.
Okay, think about the strategy in that moment, though, because I had Zerel at one point say that he was gonna kick my daughter in the ass. Now,
you know he was joking, as fucked up as that is.
No, but like when he said it, he was like clearly having a fucking emotional breakdown, and he was saying it because he was really hurt by the things that I had said about him, and he didn't really have like the words available to him in his fucking pea brain to like actually really like go at me. So he's got to attack the kid. What's my reaction? My reaction is basically to like analyze and assess his mental state and make fun of him for it. I didn't like go the tough guy route. I'm just saying like you didn't have to go that route. You could have just made fun of him, although it is possible that you had kind of exhausted that already at that point, which was, didn't feel like there was that much further for you to go with it, right?
Beyond, like, that's not funny.
Right.
That's not funny. Like, kicking your daughter is not funny either. But I do think that's way lighter, making a joke about, like, because we know, like, we know he didn't mean that, but Yuri meant what he said.
It's all the same.
You think I
You
feel like
playing with
I feel like
kids, it's all
yeah, you
the
playing with
same.
kids.
Yeah, you don't play with
You
kids,
know what?
dog.
Maybe I'm just personalizing it because it's my situation, so it hurts worse. But
Right.
Why can't you have your kids born?
But
Then
this
say
is
someone say
also
that.
But
this is the beginning of you having to deal with people saying shit about your kid, which it doesn't stop as they get older. It's like
Right.
in this like weird internet
See, they just
gangbanging
paid
world.
to say some crazy
It's a
shit
consistent
about my
thing.
kid.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I used to get that would be my go-to, and this is when I was, and this is like equivalent to Pot Lord dissing gangs or whatever back in the day on Twitter. I'd be getting into Facebook arguments back in the day, and my first go-to would be like, your bitch is ugly,
Right.
and the second one is you have fucking retarded children, your kids are ugly, da 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 da. Because like when you're young and you've never had kids, you don't realize like, or maybe I'm just a fucking J-cat for that. But regardless, like that's how I saw Yuri, and I could say something really cold and mean about why he thinks it's appropriate to joke around like that, but I'm just gonna dead it.
You
and
think he
not-
has a low sperm count?
like I said, I could say something really mean if I wanted to.
Kind of imagine.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna like leave that alone because, like I said, the guns down. I don't want civilians getting hit by no more friendly fire. You feel me? Like I'm not trying to. Like I don't give a fuck what those two fucking ratchets have to say. I'm not talking shit about them no more.
Okay, I respect that. Okay, so
I did get one last one in though.
So,
But one more, could I?
sure, yeah.
If your kid's not a crack baby, if there's no, so it's not real either. So like you taking it serious.
Well, there's a lot of like I have.
Were you on the
substance
sick
abuse.
one when you?
No, but I've had a lot of substance abuse issues. You feel me? Like
He's saying he's a crackhead.
But you
don't
can
want-
do crack. Your girl is the only one who can't do
Yeah.
crack.
That's what I'm saying.
it don't matter though.
If
It's
there's
still
no
like
You should not do
behind
crack,
it.
but-
and that's what really upset me because it's an insult to her who's doesn't get down like that, who's a solid, hardworking, dope, talented woman who I love with every ounce of my soul. You feel me? Her brother right outside right now. That's the weed that the homie's scrolling up is from her. You feel me? Like, yeah. So so that's why. And when
Me too.
you want to protect your queen at all costs, and I guess maybe that's what made him crash out. So we got that in common. You feel me? But that's about it. Besides my little Russian DNA I got as well.
Okay, so Crip Street 2 also said, Compa just gave up his alibi. Boy, shut up, scary ass.
Where are you from, Crip Street 2?
talking that shit? Damn.
Yeah, thank you for your donation.
CW said, no bad talk about Icon. He's the homie and a No Jumper News legend. Shout out to the squad.
Yeah,
Yeah, we gonna figure that out tomorrow.
I gave Icon his first interview on No Jumper. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So you brought him in.
I didn't bring, Duno originally brought him in, and I very much was encouraging and pushing the line and telling Josh, like, yo, bring Icon back. Let's work. Da, 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 da. So,
That's the homie right there.
And I gave him his first interview.
I'll be there tomorrow for a
On
full
here.
circle.
Crip Street said, interview Stu Girl Blue LOL. I don't understand what that means.
That's who.
Who's that?
Still Boy Blue.
Who's that?
Who's that?
That might be somebody who had a. I don't know.
Who is
Remember
it?
I told
Who
you-
is it?
Sounds like Schoolboy Q. I feel like we talked about this on another podcast recently, didn't we?
I don't think we talked. We talked.
We didn't
about
talk about it.
off
We said it
camera.
real
We talked
quick.
about it off camera.
Oh, really? I don't know. John 5 said, don't go to Fulton Industrial SMH, haha, meth. I don't
My
know what
boy's
that
on a
means.
sick
That's a gang
one.
member that had a bottle in his ass.
Yeah.
Of meth.
Wait, really? Wait, okay. Oh, what? Oh, wow. Okay. SLB Uno said, prank call Paulo or LMAO. I think we got to move past that. Global Warming said, chat, spam prank call Pot Lord live.
Okay, so I think it is only fair because we got to tell the whole story. We did prank call Yuri, but it was done with, and this is before all the shit. I think that's one of the reasons why.
Oh, you tried to call him. He didn't pick up, right?
No, he did pick up.
Like, hey, Riley's my bitch, homie.
He's a
So
right
busy.
for me now. That's my bitch.
Stay away from her.
God.
But it was done in good fun.
Why
It
are we
was-
opening the scab, dog? We
it
just
was-
said
it was
sorry,
done-
Riley.
it was done with-
I love you, Riley.
We love Compa in this motherfucker. This is Assad Aziz. Adam looks like Sid from Toy Story, and Bricc looks like a fried traffic cone.
That's funny, dog.
All right, so my next topic that I would like to bring to the table, let's keep it extremely rasa.
Ooh, I know he's going.
There
we know what
is
he's
a podcaster of some sort I believe his name was Norbies.
Yeah. Racist talking about.
Never heard of him before in my life, but there was a clip out where I don't know exactly why, but he was talking shit about me, and he was basically saying that the No Jumper hosts are a bunch of stupid monkeys. His words. Now, it would occur to a lot of people that a large percentage of the No Jumper co-hosts are black, calling black people monkeys.
Hey,
standard
talking to my people
racist
like that,
behavior.
Homie.
Yeah.
So apparently then, I don't know what podcast he was on, but the podcast that
Rodium Radio.
Rodium Radio.
He was a co-host on it.
J-Cat.
And the leader of that podcast, like the dude who's in charge, who calls the shot, said, hey, I fuck with you, you're my homie, whatever, but I can't fuck with you anymore
He
because
Lush
of
won
that.
him. He Lush won that
You
motherfucker,
lied to
bro.
me, Norbies.
You lied to me, Norbies.
You lied to me, Lush.
So it seems like, though, you let me know. It seems like the Mexican elders are they're very much like not fucking with it when it comes to anybody getting on camera and saying shit that seems likely to cause racial tension within the city. Is that accurate?
Sure.
Because that right there is like a thing where if there is shit in the air of blacks versus Mexicans in the city, that could cause like untold amounts of violence and death. So am I correct to assume that that's why the leader of this podcast basically like took it upon himself to really tell him like, you out of here?
You gotta get,
well, it's like
86 was that.
It's showing solidarity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's problems.
like, and look, like there's. Shouts to Rich Rabbit. There's black Sureños, you know what I'm saying? There's black fools from Mexican gangs. There's a lot of Mexican fools from black gangs. There's Mexican fools, if they get locked up, they're running black because they're a Crip or they're a Hoover or they're a Blood. Like this is way more common than people realize. You know what I mean? And there's definitely so it's like all that like race banging is pretty antiquated, except for in some areas it's still politics be different in certain areas.
Because them areas don't have no blacks over there.
Or
it usually be that.
Or places like Long Beach, you feel me?
Where
like
it's cracking at.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Where like there's just heavy racial tension and always happens.
But it's really gang tension that turns into racial tension.
Exactly. But
like
then
the two biggest gangs.
Right.
Beef out there, Logos and Insane.
Right.
Like, so.
But then they become NK and all that shit.
Yeah, so all the black gangs beef with them. Like, it is what it is. Even the, what is it, the Body of Pobres? They down that way too.
I remember there was a really bad, I want to say it was in, Highland Park back in the day, in the early 2000s. Yeah, like a 3-year-old black girl got killed. She got murdered, like because it was like it was NK at that time, and like it got really
smoked the baby.
What the fuck?
Baby got killed.
Was it
I don't know if it was collateral damage. I don't know. But yeah, like so you know, there's been times where like the racial tension was a lot thicker. But
way thicker. We've been working on patching that shit in though.
Shouts to bro from Rodium Radio for taking care of business. And then I don't know if you know what happened, but
I do. So then this guy Norbies. Oh wait, okay. So he shows up to American Cholo's studio.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey.
Why we got baddies in here? What's happening?
What's cracking? Shit.
I would say come do that on camera, but then I also feel like you should not do that on camera. Sharp, what you working with here, bro?
Hey, tag me in, dog. Tag me in, baby.
Hey, bro, we're just trying to do a podcast, man. What's going on?
Go put a sweater on, come have a seat, man.
Man, I wish the people at home could have seen what we were just looking at. Damn.
Tag me in, dog.
If my girl's watching, it was just dudes. Don't worry about it.
It was just Sharp. Okay, but so what did American Cholo say after this Norbies guy got removed from the podcast? Because Norbies then found himself so angry at American Cholo that he showed up at his fucking studio. Do you know what American Cholo said about it?
I don't. Do you know what American Cholo said about it?
No, I know he just went back and forth because I think he was talking down on American Cholo too.
Yeah, I think that was the same.
He had beef too on the side beef.
They already had a beef.
All I know is there is footage of because yesterday
He was bleeding. You see that?
He was leaking.
Visit your local food page and check it out because you will for sure
You
find,
ain't hard food.
Yeah.
You ain't hard food.
You will find, we couldn't, or visit the No Jumper Twitter, I believe as well. We could not post the video on Instagram. We were too scared. But basically, you see this dude walking around acting like everything's all good outside of American Cholo's shit. And then all of a sudden, boom, it just fast forward to another clip of him bloodied to fuck. Now, from my perspective, it looked like he had been beaten with a goddamn lead pipe or something. Like
Homie got hands.
it
Homie
did
got
not
hands.
look like he had just got beat up with
Homie got
fists.
hands.
Nah, he
No,
hit
that
the
could,
soft
like-
spot.
But the guy
Yeah.
didn't say that there were weapons involved, and I asked American Cholo because we were already DMing about it, and I said like, that was just your fist? You didn't like use a weapon?
I didn't even
he
know
said,
that.
Nah, bro.
Yo, I didn't even. That's funny because like we were so entrenched in the
Yeah.
in the trenches yesterday that I didn't even like have time to really. I just saw him bloodied. I thought it was like he got like it was like a chequiado, like he was getting for saying what he said, or like a black person beat him up or something. I didn't know, and I didn't even know that Gilbert
American Cholo
had
putting in
anything to
work
do
for
with
the
this
blacks,
shit.
man.
Hey, American-
Shouts to American
He put
Cholo.
in work.
People's champ. The
We
people's champ.
need to know American Cholo.
we
Was
gotta
it
bring
over,
American Cholo
was
here.
it
I
over the
agree.
racial
Yes.
slur?
That would be amazing. But like I got to see why there was always like a hypothetical thing. Like, what if Adam got in a fight with American Cholo? What if Wack gets in a fight with American Cholo? Never really knew like how that would go. After
now
having
you see
seen that,
has.
I can at least say the Adam 22 American Cholo fight. I forfeit. I don't think I want to deal with that.
You're bigger than him though.
Hey, but it's a full
Yeah,
circle.
but he's doing good with his little ass self.
got
Man. I don't know,
hands. He got
man. He
hands.
fucked that fool up. Like,
Now, let me ask you a question. How, and I've always wondered this. How do you navigate?
yeah, I'm
He
turning
turned
the
on the
cheek.
fade.
That ain't
know what
Yuri
you're
right
talking
there, bro.
about?
That's
How do you navigate so well the fact that there's like people that all work for you and are on this platform that don't get along and stuff like that, and like your relationships with everybody still remain so strong? Like, how do you navigate it to that?
you gotta take it day by day. Dance with the devil and don't get burnt. That's all I gotta say.
It is
Just
pretty-
day by day. I gotta keep these guys safe.
It is pretty impressive though. You know what I mean? Like you got these two guys. You know, you got one of you got to show with somebody else who don't get along.
It's really just everybody don't get along with Wack.
Well, yeah, essentially.
So
you know
I
what
mean, that's like
So-
a main. If you
seen
take
the
Wack
Drewski
out of the
house?
equation, everybody pretty chill,
You seen
right?
the Drewski house?
Yeah.
Wack.
Yeah.
He in the PC room.
What?
He come.
Whoa, what?
Come
What?
one day a week. He don't
Whoa,
go
whoa,
live.
whoa.
But let's
He's baiting
keep the
them.
fact.
He's baiting them.
There's no live.
Okay, what's
He
going on
comes
here?
one day a week. You know what I mean? Like, he's not no jumper. He's Adam and Wack. Until you hear putting in work, come do the news live a couple times, nigga.
Do you
Oh,
consider?
that would be crazy.
Do you consider Whack no jumper?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah,
He's
stamped.
Yeah. Stamped.
He got put on. We didn't put the video out, but I beat the shit out of him. Me and Josh.
I never got put
Me
on
and Josh
no jumper.
took Wack in the alley right over there. It wasn't 55th Street, but we got an alley. Bow, 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 bow. Put this on Clubhouse.
Yeah. Yeah.
He got put on an infant snap Sally.
Yeah, no.
You know what they did? They got that little machine out there.
Oh yeah,
Where?
yeah,
They
yeah.
just turned it on like.
I don't know about that. That might have been a Josh thing. I don't know.
You watched?
No.
No.
I was around for that. But now in my head, the inevitable American Cholo Wack competition, after seeing that, I'm playing it out hypothetically in my head. I don't know what would happen, but
If you
damn.
would have caught him, like,
American Cholo. We want to ask you: was it for the blacks or did you?
It was for the blacks. He did it.
Conditions.
you know what's crazy? The whole thing that
That's
was
a good
the
question.
That's a good question.
That was for the
I'm
blacks.
right. We riding with you anyway.
No, it was for the blacks. I
We
talked to him
ride
But
today.
either way, it was. Should
we call him?
It was a black adjacent. Yeah, call him.
Should we call him?
Call him.
No.
No.
Wait, who?
American Cholo.
Oh, you can call him. Yeah, I thought you were talking about Wack. I'm not. Wack would be mad at me if I called him live with some
hey,
ops.
nah.
Yeah.
No, make sure you tell him off top
course.
that you're on live. Don't pull a butt lord. Right?
That's like 5 hours of talking.
This is like the food lord. Well, actually, is American Cholo even a food? He's a Cholo. He can't be a food,
He's
right?
a fool. He's a fool.
Is he?
just
Okay.
He's just like
Cholos and fools.
a
It's a
politician
difference.
fool. Politician fool. We need all kinds of fools.
A political fool.
Political fool.
Why you put exclamation point next to his name? You're fucking gay, dude.
You were so hyped when he met him.
American Cholo.
Hey, relax, dog. You should see what I have for you.
Oh, the heart for
I was
sure.
about to say,
You got an eggplant.
Jesus,
This is gay.
Jesus, bro.
Oh, no, that's it.
Oh, man.
Oh, American Cholo, dog.
We thought we were cool.
Hey, two in the morning. 2 in the morning with no bitches already. Red flag. It was no bitches out. It's all fools, huh?
It's all
Down-ass fools, I know.
Down ass fools.
How'd your girlfriend, what she had to say about
Oh
it?
yeah, because
I'm so
she was
glad.
mad at you for even fighting suspect that one day.
I'm so glad she so my girl like she builds stages as as her Clark Kent because she's an artist, but she also builds stages. So she's working right now.
Like
you know what I mean?
stage
So
production.
she does stage production. So she's building stages. So I'm so glad. I told her like today what the deal was. Like she was also getting weird messages from people before and shit. She kind of tripped on me a little bit. Like she actually like low key blocked me on Instagram for an hour. Like
Your girl?
Yeah.
Man, honestly, you're making me think about it right now. If I did anything like what you did yesterday, I would be in the doghouse, probably like worse than I've ever been. Like she would be so mad at me if I ever did something like that. Like I would really be in trouble, like big trouble.
Well, I don't think like the full extent of my actions is across her desk yet, but she's like motherfucker, we got rent to pay, we got bills to pay, we got, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So we crashed out yesterday. Huh?
Yes, but I feel like it was a very like healthy, productive crash out. That is, but I did like I was getting messages from other people that I was
Did you
supposed
put it on YouTube?
Oh well, we didn't put it on YouTube, but we did do a stream which did pretty decent numbers for my humble Lush World channel. You know what I'm saying? Like so you know.
Last night was an exciting night on the Reddit.
We had 1,000 live viewers. That was pretty cool. So most we had in a second. We actually hit 1.1, baby.
So okay, but in terms of the American Cholo thing, like, where does this guy go from here? Like, where does fucking Norbies go? Like, is
He's press charges?
Do you think he's like excommunicated from the Raza cult now, or is it like more of a was yesterday like all that he needs to worry about?
He's probably marked out.
I mean, it's
I
definitely.
don't fuck with him.
It's definitely not like he's not held in high regard. But guess what? Like, all I can say is tomorrow is a new day, and like even if there is, I don't even want to say that smut on his name. You know what I mean? Because that's not. I don't know if that dignifies the word smut. That's a pretty harsh word.
But like for sure, it's gonna be hard for anybody to think of anything else when they think about him for quite some time.
Yeah,
You're gonna have to really make some noise
Yeah.
to do something that's louder than you getting kicked off saying something racist, going viral for that, getting kicked off a podcast viral for that, and then getting the shit beat out of you viral for that, and then
And
probably
you
like some
still ain't
chunk of
came
this will
across
also
no
be
niggas.
viral.
right.
Yeah. So now you viral as fuck, and now the niggas know what you look like.
Full disclosure, I knew.
Now you still ain't came across.
We sending Tariq
niggas.
Nasheed for him next.
Yeah, nah.
Oh yeah.
He
That's
got
it.
regular niggas in LA that watch YouTube. You just don't even know where it's coming from now. YouTube viral.
To be to be 1,000% transparent,
I didn't know
was
who he
definitely
was.
I knew what Rhodium Radio was, but I did not know who Bro was.
I didn't know who Norby was. I didn't
You
know.
did?
No. I don't know.
Yeah, if me and Raider didn't know who he was, then like it's not like this isn't like a significant blow to the YouTube yard.
And that's like your
It's like-
ultimate clout nightmare is that you get famous for something really, really bad before you get any fame from like something in any way good. Like you like no matter what in your career as an influencer, as a clout chaser, as a content creator, whatever, at some point you're gonna start taking L's because like the audience will want you to take L's.
Yes, of course.
So you gotta try to get the W's before the L's start coming, because if you get all the L's in the beginning, they never gonna give you a W.
And we don't want your back to school giveaway.
You gonna do a backpack giveaway?
nah, you ain't getting away with that one, my
You
boy.
gonna go to Africa?
Yeah,
Do a giveaway?
Yeah.
Well, it's like, look, there's been certain rappers that have had like words for Rasa that weren't necessarily favorable, that wound up changing around and doing records with a lot of them and being, you know, with a lot of homies, and it became cool. So it's like there's always tomorrow. There is a chance to do better, and I encourage Norbies to use this as a catalyst for growth and a learning experience, and hopefully, you know, like prejudice, racism, and all these things are bred by fear and not being around. Like, I was never a racist person because I grew up in West LA, which is one of the most culturally diverse places in the country, in the world. So I've been around every race since I was young. So I was never like, ooh, Japanese people are, because I had like 3 Japanese homies growing up. You feel me? Like but if you've never been around that, you're gonna have all these assumptions, and that's what leads to racism.
Yeah, and I can imagine, I haven't heard him speak about this, but I can imagine that his defense would be to say, I wasn't saying anything racist. When I called them monkeys, I was saying that Adam is controlling them like they're his little puppets or some shit. I feel like that would be his excuse. Unfortunately, you used a metaphor that literally directly overlaps with the most obvious common racial trope in the history of our very divided nation with a very complicated racial history. Yeah. So perhaps you should have thought of that.
Words was fucked.
Yeah, very bad choice of words. Yes.
Yeah, you should have went with puppet.
Puppet.
Yeah.
None of this happens if he said puppet.
Yeah, none of it happened.
Don't look at me, little puppet.
We wouldn't have even heard about it. Nobody would have ever heard about it. He would have continued to be anonymous. So, I mean, yeah, he really got himself into a pickle right there.
Yeah.
Do you think he's gonna bounce back?
It doesn't appear that he was ever really.
He was never
in the game in the first place,
He's
right?
cracking now.
I don't know.
He's cracking now, though. We're talking about him.
But the podcast that removed him, I'm all of a sudden checking for sure. I'll probably like remember to like go take a look at their channel or some shit. So
You want to bring him in, huh?
He took a page out of the
see.
22 Steers book with a live firing.
Yeah, hey man. What can I say? That was.
You lied to me.
I probably shouldn't have done that, but you know. It was fun in the moment. I actually didn't feel like I had any control of it in the moment. Normally, I like to be kind
work
of
your emotions. You
calm
work
and
with emotions.
calculated with the podcast. That was not
okay.
that.
I've always
He
wanted
can
to
go
ask
to
you
a
this.
Trump rally.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to ask
Story
you this.
time.
So, okay, couple things. One, if I had previous to, because you pulled me in your office, no Diddy,
Yes, Diddy.
right before that podcast or that stream where I was rapping, right? And you said, Lush, did you talk about the AD thing in the Discord? Did you tell people in the Discord? And I said, no, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like
Lying his ass off to my
lie,
face.
straight
You
lie,
straight lied.
straight
Constant
lie, right?
business.
And the main reason was because I was like, at this point, like it's all like I'm hoping that the Discord homies is gonna hold the player down, right?
They already sold you
it was
out.
already all bad, right?
Yeah,
but and I'm also like, okay, like. If I say yes, he might just tell me to go home right now. What do you think you would have, or do you think if I had told you the truth, it would have been different?
Honestly, I don't even know what I would have said. I probably would have just
already
been
made up your
really
mind.
mad. But I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't have been as instantaneous. Like, I never want to see you again. If you had just said like, yeah, man, my bad. Like, I fucking
sorry.
mentioned it in this Discord call. I don't think. Yeah, I think I would have been like more lenient.
Because in retrospect,
though.
what I said, although it was a huge betrayal of trust, because you did have a conversation with me that I repeated, like the information that was reiterated
Right.
is relatively benign.
Right.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like any huge.
It was weaponized.
It was weaponized
by
to the point where
overweight gang members. Yes.
to the point where it became very, very damaging. However, like the actual secret that was sold was not really a secret because you had said those same things.
4 jokes.
Yeah, 4 jokes. It's more than 4 times. You know what I mean? But and then the other question is, when you found out, like, was it like out of body, or were you aware that you were like, oh, fuck it, we're gonna get some content out of this? Was that a content?
No, when I was sitting there with the Joy Division shirt and the American Flag Supreme jacket, I was like borderline shaking. I was so pissed.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is not how I normally, like, on the podcast. Yes, maybe I'm in an argument and I get like fucking super heated and mad, but never do I like go onto a podcast mad as fuck like that. Like, that was a very unique experience. And obviously, if you weren't live in that moment, it wouldn't have even had an opportunity to go like that.
Did I ever tell you that I thought when I first saw you, when you said you lied to me, Lush, you know what I thought you were about to do? Is give me props on how fire my verse was. You lied to me, Lush. You said you wasn't that dope. Like,
It's funny too, because who the fuck was that little dude sitting in between us?
oh, that's the producer. And
shit.
That's why I thought. Shouts to my boy Nug Life.
Did you get your verse off?
I
course I was
did.
Nug Life.
And I was like, I'm probably in trouble. I really want to rap though. I need to rap right now. Like, I need to get this off, and I did. You feel me? Like,
I mean, Gina was trying to make rap, and she didn't get the chance. Or she did, but then she didn't get to really like revel in it too much.
yeah, poor Gina. That, like, you know, that.
No, she got on my ass about that after the fact and was like, what the fuck, Adam? Like, you fucked up my show. You interrupted my show. Like, she was all concerned about her show. I'm like trying to hold back. Like, I don't give a fuck about your show.
It was a dope ass idea for a show, though. To be honest, the show was gonna be lit.
The theme, the idea of it, for
Yeah.
sure. But there was one episode that was like AD writing his verse on live, and it was like the beat playing and AD like. And then like the beat is just playing and it's like, I remember like looking at that and just being like, what the fuck? Like, who would ever greenlight this in a million years? This is so boring. How the who wants to sit? Look at him scribbling in his notes app off all the fucking beat plays.
You gotta freestyle that shit. At least.
Yeah, or at least you gotta hear you mumbling or something.
So
the point of the show was that people give super chats and give you words to use in the verse.
Yeah.
To prove that you're writing it on the spot.
Yeah,
So
how dope would it be to fucking
freestyle. Yeah, that'd be even harder for sure. You know what I'm saying?
That's the only way I could do it. Anyway.
Let me read a couple more of these. Zach Lee's mom said, "Bussy boy." Okay. Bad Boy Sus says, next time you get Tim on here, ask him why he's scared to fight Lav and interview Rico Too Smooth. He did a video and.
Oh, come on, man.
I am going to interview Rico Too Smooth, despite what I almost just read that you wrote here. But next time you get Tim on here, ask him why he's scared to fight Lav. Who the fuck is Tim and who the fuck is Lav?
He's talking about Mozzie and fucking and
As I said it, I put it together.
This dude's obviously from SAC.
Right.
Yeah.
I ain't seen Mozzie in a minute. I feel like Mozzie has me in the op category maybe at this point.
Does he?
I don't know. I never know. Maybe he goes.
Yeah, on house arrest.
He does Bootleg Kev and the other guys, and he did this one.
No, he on house arrest right now. I kind of sent him some sad emojis too. Like, what's up? I'm an op guy. You been with YG? You ain't been with me.
He didn't respond?
Nah, but I don't put their business.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's YG bestie, so there's another reason they're not fucking
but
with the
that's
Bricc,
my
man.
dog. You can't do that. Like, you do that, I'm going to be pissed off.
I ain't seen Mozzie in a minute.
But
Shout out Mozzie.
he was like, the guy got this ankle monitor.
He's still CMG or what?
Yeah.
He like, I'm right to you.
Bad Boy Sus said, Adam, we remember that note you passed to AD when you had Waldo scary ass come in. Duno was dick riding Waldo heavy. Who the fuck is Waldo?
Waldo is Where's Waldo was the diss track from that beef between Lavish and
right.
her now CML and Mozzie. Where's Waldo was one of the diss tracks.
I don't think that I passed a note to AD ever. Well, maybe I feel like there was a podcast where I like handed him a note with a question on it, and that might be what he's referring to, but I have no idea. Chris Street 2 said, Lush, quote, if me and Raider don't know Norbies, then it's not a big hit. Boy, you are not Raza, you are white, Mr. Hyams. Relax, gangers.
It's not about my race. It's the
Is that
fact,
Icon talking?
It's how you program.
beyond that, it's just like I'm tapped into that community. You know what I mean? I've never when have I ever said I was Mexican? Like, you feel
That's
me?
just Raza. Homie.
Yeah, full of
He's
like
Raza.
And the average Mexican person realistically does not pay attention to a lot of the bullshit that we all pay attention to in terms of like the online world and shit like that. So, I mean, let Lush have his specialization.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Like that this has become now like this is a narrative that's been spawned from the butt lord beef. Is we don't want to hear you say "foo" no more. You saying it was like a whole like, all right,
Or Icon too speaking on you like that.
Oh, you hate Icon.
No,
huh?
Icon was speaking on him. No, Icon's
Like,
cool.
You hate him.
Icon's cool. I work with him.
You wouldn't even give him sushi.
I fed him like 3 times.
No, you guys were at. You were at
3 times.
You fed him.
3 times. He went and did
3 times, but it was one meal because
No. He went with his boy, his big ass boy too, and they ate a whole. They feasted 3 times for a food block and never released it. They never released.
You guys were together on the when we won the
They never
UFC fight
released the
here.
block. He ate 3 times.
what?
$400 of
So he's doing fake food vlogs. He's just having a fake cameraman to get a free meal.
Icon, why haven't you released it, dog?
Wow.
he had a dummy cameraman. Fool.
No, the reason I say that because Icon always gets on him about that. You're not a Rasta. You're not.
all right, fool.
You know what I mean?
For sure, dog.
That's like people telling me I'm not black. Like, yeah, motherfucker, I know. I'm just doing me.
I've got that same criticism for years as well. Like, oh, okay.
It is what it is.
I'm just Lush, baby. Don't worry about it. They call me Uno. What's happening? You feel me?
507 said Lush/Compa, is the research done yet for desoxyn? Sounds like a drug or something. DESOXYN.
What that is?
I don't either. But it sounds cool.
Bad Boy said, yo, Adam, ask Wack 100 why he won't set up a fight with Lav and Waldo's punk ass. I don't know if he really needs to get involved in Mozzie and Lav's behavior. And then Chuck Sean said, I'm curious, what does No Jumper Crew think applies? He's consistent and needs to be interviewed on this platform. I would love to interview Plies.
Who we talking?
It's a great idea.
For sure.
I got a question for the streets. Who hotter than me? Yo, I fucking loved this. The same way, like I got so juiced when OJ the Juice Man came over, and he's the homie to this day. I fucking
Legendary clip of you rapping to him, yes.
Yeah, I fucking love Plies, and I remember I DJ'd a show in Frisco, and every single hood rat bitch in the Yay area was there, turned the fuck up, throwing panties on the stage like it was an Elvis concert in fucking Idaho in 1959. Like it was so lit. I fucking Plies is one of them ones.
Crazy.
And a very underrated Plies album is the collab him and Kodak did. I think there was like 80 songs on there, but there's like 7 really dope records on there. So shouts to Fort Myers.
Shout out to Plies. I like Plies. I always loved them. Okay. Adam, next time J-Mane on, ask why he over whooping. Tell John Wick all boxes are signed, not the truth. Let's start there, J-Mane. Okay. What other topics do we have on the table? Because I did see something very troubling come across my desk this morning. DJ Academic sued for rape and defamation. Basically,
what's up with that?
so the gist of it is basically like a couple months ago when Ack was having a bunch of turbulence going on with his ex / I don't know, maybe current girl. A conversation sparked where basically like a girl, some light-skinned chick, makes a video where she's basically like laying out this crazy ass story about Ack, claiming that his 2 friends drugged her, or at least got her super drunk, took advantage of her on a pool balcony type area, like the area next to the pool, and then she claims that she later on woke up on the couch with Ack raping her, and she also claims that she went to the hospital and got a rape kit done, and that they found his sperm inside of her.
Oh,
Yeah.
So but like that, all like a bunch of that, like she made those accusations, not like all the specifics, but she basically said all that a couple months ago. Didn't hear anything for a while, and then boom, today it turns out it's the same lawyer from the Lil Rob thing, which is obviously very of interest because academics really like took aim at the Lil Rod guy, who was basically like Diddy's former producer. The same lawyer who's helping the Lil Rod producer guy file the lawsuit against Diddy has also linked up with the girl that wants to sue academics, and they're suing him now for basically, rape, and then also the defamation because he talked about it on the podcast. I don't know, like, what happens from here, but holy shit, this is pretty serious that this girl, she decided to go all out. So this is going to be a wild chapter. I don't know how much this changes for him because he's not exactly like super tapped in on like a corporate level, like he does shit with labels and everything, but it's not like he's with Complex anymore. It's not like he has a Spotify deal anymore because like for me personally, when I first got canceled and had all this shit put out there about me, the first thing, and really the only like significant thing that happened besides random people talking shit, was just Atlantic. It all of a sudden became like a huge issue for them to be fucking with me, So they had to do this huge internal investigation, etc.
But you wasn't fucking with that anyways. Like you were like low-key over it, right? Like
I mean, I wasn't exactly like excited about it, but to be honest, like it was starting to get kind of good around the time that this shit happened because we had just put out the Take Cam Block Boy record. So all of a sudden, my ass, like I was kind of like not super stoked on it, but then that record comes out, that record's really making noise, and I'm starting to kind of get the taste of like, oh, okay. So they're going to like basically like put together these records / help me put together these records, and then they're going to put a shitload of marketing muscle behind them.
But then they wanted you to sign.
So I was kind of like starting to fuck with the vibe of like, oh, what this might be like. But then, yeah, obviously then that shit comes out and that kind of just like slows everything down massively. But yeah, I mean, that was another problem is that they wanted me to sign Skinny from the 9. And when I said I wanted to sign Draco the Ruler, they were like, no. So, I mean, that part sucked is that I felt very constrained.
We know the truth, homie.
Mike Karen, we know the truth. I felt very constrained in like who I could sign at the time, which kind of sucked. But it's in terms of them putting together records, that side of things was actually starting to look kind of productive.
Imagine having the opportunity to sign Draco and they're like, no. We want Skinny from the 9.
Yeah, but okay.
Just wrap your head around that.
Shout out Skinny. But this is the thing about it though, is that they'll sign APG and shit, bro. They'll sign like any New York drill rapper.
Yeah.
But as soon as you start talking about an LA gangster rapper, I realized very quickly like, oh, this is different to y'all. Yeah. Now, to some extent, I think that's kind of changed, but I mean, all those Bronx drill rappers are getting signed by big ass labels.
Right.
Yeah. Meanwhile, there's a bunch of LA rappers that are like realistically pretty poppin' that are on some super gangster ass shit, but like probably don't have
They
the
beats
same
ain't
number of
doing
A&Rs.
numbers.
Well, most of
They
the labels,
beats ain't doing numbers.
That's probably
like that.
that's
also
part of it,
true,
but also
yeah.
their
And they
labels.
not dancing.
Their labels are out there,
Kids
though.
can't
Like
get
the labels of the industry is there. You know what I mean? Most labels don't even have headquarters or offices in Los Angeles. Yeah, we got Capitol. What else?
But
What
like,
other major label has an office out here?
If APG had signed Draco, realistically, what the fuck would have happened to
Probably
APG?
would've been, yeah.
Now, they do have like artists like him using their studio, which is on site. And okay, that's a concern because you don't want people coming and spraying your shit up on fucking Fairfax. But
Right.
at the same time, I mean, like, okay.
LA is not safe.
Okay, but this is the thing too: is later on
He's not safe.
that became a very understandable opinion of Draco. But at that time, Draco was not really like mega controversial like that. He hadn't even caught the case or anything yet. At that point, we're talking
Right.
like 2017. This
Well,
is like super early on in the Draco saga.
This is like Big Bang Uchi's Draco.
Yeah,
Like,
this is not Draco at war with some of the most dangerous gangs in LA. This is
Right.
Draco like kind of just chilling.
early.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, well, at that point, Skinny's numbers were still going crazy, though.
Oh no, Skinny
Right, Skinny was
looked
cracking.
like
Yeah, I was
yeah,
about to say,
yeah.
I
was
thought you were
cracking.
Oh, yeah,
talking
he-
about,
he had a whole little
after
thing on,
Draco
yeah.
came home from jail.
He had a
Yeah,
picture
yeah.
with 6ix9ine, and realistically, that was all you needed at that time.
Yeah, Skinny
You get
was
a picture with 6ix9ine, you're signed.
Skinny was up.
Yeah.
Can't lie. Call it down the middle.
But anyway, I say all that to say,
So you needed to get.
I mean, I'm just gonna have to sit back and watch how this shit unfolds with Ak, because I do know that for me in my career, when I got accused of that shit, it was a fucking megaton bomb that all of a sudden made every single thing that I was trying to do in my career like exponentially more difficult. And to be fair, with me, they mostly just had 10-year-old accusations from like a way earlier part of my life. No charges, no lawsuit, nothing like that. So this isn't criminal charges, but it is a lawsuit. So I mean, I have to just kind of sit back and watch how it all unfolds. Do I actually think that Ak was like consciously like going to like fucking rape some girl while she's sleeping on the couch? Probably not. Like I don't really. I've never seen anything in
Goes
his
right
character
on.
that makes
Goes
me
right
think
to-
that was how he would be moving. But at the same time, when you do see that video of the girl explaining the situation, I mean, hey, maybe she's totally fucking lying, but it does kind of pull at your heartstrings a little bit because it sounds crazy.
Just like when I think was it Vlad that interviewed the girl that allegedly was raped by Tupac. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he got that whole story like forever ago.
Yeah, we all that tugged on our heartstrings, but I don't know if that's true or not. You feel me? I don't believe it. I
No,
believe
she
that
but she
about
never
what,
said
Drake?
that Pac raped
About
her.
Pac.
She was talking about his friends.
I thought that she said that. Oh, he was like complicit in some degree. I
I
don't
think
know.
she fucked him willingly and then fucked the other dudes.
Right, like
Yeah.
he lined up the train.
I believe that was
Yeah.
the gist of it, but
He was a conductor.
it's been a long
Yeah.
time since I've seen
But
that.
just imagine you leave the room and it's a hot
train.
pussy bitch in the room. Like she might have did that willingly.
Yeah, that's what I'm
sure.
saying. Like,
Woke
yeah,
up with her
there's
ass sore. Like
and then regretted it.
Her
But
back hurting
my,
and shit.
my question is this: so Ak got
not funny.
sued.
No,
Ak got sued
But-
for rape.
It got announced today that they're suing him. Yeah.
So
and
I
I
didn't
think
know
that
you
they
could
are.
sue someone for rape. Isn't that it's
Hey, I don't know.
sexual abuse? Isn't rape a charge that the police file?
I think normally it would be a criminal charge, but I would guess that they probably
to be a
tried to pursue that, and the cops didn't want to take up the case.
But now they might, huh?
I think
could open
that's
the can.
probably
Yeah.
already out the window if they're filing a lawsuit. I'm not really sure, but I guess like from a fan perspective, the thing that to me would be interesting is I know that as soon as I had that shit put on my name, it kind of changes how you get to talk publicly or how you get to, make content, because as soon as you come with some super judgmental shit, like I remember when Vic Mensa was talking shit about X at some like award show or whatever, like right after he died, and fucking X's mom was in the audience. And
The fuck?
Yeah, it was a whole thing. And like DJ Scheme was going crazy on Vic Mensa. Ski Mask was talking about him. I hopped in it. And Vic Mensa doesn't respond to them. He responds to me and just quote tweets what I said with a picture of an article about me being accused of some shit. And that's like, boom, like clincher, like everybody liking that shit. Like, oh, he fucking got him or whatever. And so it kind of becomes like that, like in your career, where if people have that super easy dunk to just unleash on you, it becomes kind of hard for you to be the guy out there acting as if you are morally pure and you're able to cast judgment on everybody. So I don't know if that kind of like takes his content or the or like the narratives that he's comfortable putting out there and kind of like neuters that to a certain extent. From a fan perspective, that's the most interesting thing to me about Ak's
Well, that
content.
would literally be that's literally decimating the entire premise of what he does.
Because so much of his content is kind of like him
Unfiltered.
providing moral guidance to people in certain situations. He's going to take a storyline and he's going to say, Blueface, this is why you're fucking up. This is why your relationship that you're in right now, you should be doing things a different way. All of a sudden, when you start casting judgment like that and you have this kind of fucking article out there about you, it kind of like changes up how people perceive that shit.
Might not be, is he going to still be able to beef with the Freddie Gibbs of the world and the Meek Mills of the world to the same degree that he has been?
And you already like see that. You already like see people trying to use that shit against
We
him.
can't believe the bitch.
Yeah,
exactly.
You
We
can't just
all-
like
we all-
automatically. Hey, I agree with you,
Yeah.
but there's a gigantic percentage of the world that will take her words and say,
Yeah.
"Why would she have any
It's
reason to
like,
lie?
I don't believe
You're a
bitch.
piece of shit." We have all these different quotes of things
You
that you
gotta
said over the
prove it.
years. This all proves that you're a piece of shit, and then this one accusation corroborates it. Boom. You're done. That's how they'll try to play it, because he has been kind of like collecting enemies over the years in terms of like people he doesn't get along with in the industry and shit.
They essentially like with you, which I assume they will do with him, use your humor against you.
Oh, yes,
and
for
just
sure.
past statements that were said completely in jest, and then all of a sudden, like it creates this perfect storm for substantiating their false claims.
But to be fair, like the difference between me and Ak in this situation is that when I got canceled, it was super fucking early in my career, and I had only had positive press up till that point. Like I had Rolling Stone writing articles about how I was hip hop's next great tastemaker and shit like that. Whereas on the other hand, Academics has already had so much negative publicity from the mainstream media and shit, like and like everything content wise that he's already put out has already been basically like combed through by people who hate him to try to create narratives against him, including like there's like an old clip of him talking about, I think, Travis and Kylie or some shit, or not probably Tyga and Kylie or some shit.
Kylie, probably.
And he says something that if you take it out of context is basically makes it sound like he's like okaying that, which I believe, like when you listen to it in full context, he's not saying that that's cool. But like I seen that has popped up so many fucking times on Twitter, and the other day I seen it with like 50,000 likes. So like that's the difference between my situation back in 2017 and Academic situation right now, is that he already has the vibe of being kind of Teflon because he's been through the fire so many times with lesser accusations and lesser call outs, you know?
right. But that R word.
Oh yeah.
Sheesh, that's a doozy right there.
Put that jacket
That's
on
a
you?
doozy.
Ugh,
And-
that's a fucked up jacket.
And like the inverse, like I don't believe a bitch, but also I don't want to like quote unquote victim blame either.
Right.
So it's like it's a very murky waters that we're traversing right there with that. But hopefully that's just not true.
I mean, I think he showed all the fucking proof back then of
Because-
everything that happened, and I kind of sided with Ak. And
Yeah.
me and Ak, we see eye to eye very rarely.
Right,
But I'm not, in this case, I'm never going to down you first, like, because this is a serious case.
But there was a night where Academics was like, I think involved in some drama with the Shea Glizzy girl, and then he like rushes to his studio and gets on stream even though he's been drinking, and he basically like outlined the entire story with this girl that
Yeah.
filed the lawsuit. Like he
Yeah.
told the whole
Like a preemptive strike type. Like,
at that time, yeah, it was like a few months in advance. But yeah, he told this whole story. I'm assuming that that's probably part of this lawsuit, that they're probably saying that that's defamation right there. But to his
Yeah.
credit, like he already like saw this coming and like
But
put
it's
out his
on
own
camera
narrative.
and shit too, though. The whatever happened on the pool deck is on camera.
Yeah, they got some kind of footage. I'm not sure exactly
Yeah,
what.
that's what I'm like. I remember little spurts of whatever happened, and then like Ak was the one drunk, and she wandered off with the friends, and allegedly they did whatever they did and trained her.
Right.
And she came back and got into bed with Ak, and Ak started waking up, and he just.
Smash.
She said it was the
Like-
couch, but
Did he
yeah.
tap her on the
whatever.
shoulder
I
at
didn't
least
say
first?
bed.
Like,
I just said he was passed out.
But I mean that is, I mean, okay, how many times in your life have you seen a girl come through the crib and get drunk and end up fucking a bunch of people? And
That's what I'm like.
you know,
Not unheard of.
like, yeah, we could focus in on the specifics of these accusations, or you could also acknowledge that this is something that we've all seen a million fucking times in our lives. It's just that she had the incentive to go get a lawyer because he's rich.
Right. Well, and this right here is the exact reason why it doesn't matter if what Kendrick said about Drake is true or not, because once you infiltrate the hive mind, everybody believes it, and then it's substantiated.
Lil
even whether-
Rod's probably about to sue Act 2 then, right?
I don't know.
For
You should
defamation?
probably worry
For
about Diddy
defamation,
mostly.
yeah.
But that did occur to me is like, if this had happened 3 weeks ago, would Ack have caught a legendary stray on one of the Kendrick tracks?
It could have.
That would have been too crazy of a timeline for us to be
Yeah.
existing in.
Yo,
For sure he would have.
Somebody
I mean, Drake shot it out sharp. It's not outside of the realm of possibility.
You're right.
Yeah.
Anything's possible. Yeah,
Yeah.
that happened.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a recording of Drake saying that he shouted him out.
Yeah.
Is it AI?
It's AI.
Did you make it?
Yeah, you made it up. You made it up.
Somebody said more like DJ accusations.
That's not funny.
No, somebody made me laugh really hard because they texted me, Ack got a weird case. Why is he around? But then I seen like mad people say that on Twitter, so I'm like, okay, now it seems less funny. But nah, I mean, regardless of like whatever the fuck I've been through or whatever me and him been through, I hope that shit works itself out. But man, like when they decide that they want to fucking file a lawsuit and potentially take you to court for that shit, all we know is that there's going to be months and months or maybe years of them trying to make him look as bad as possible, which is like the number one power that they have against you is like, oh, we are going to control and harness the media to make this time period without you settle. If you don't settle, we're going to take this time period and we're going to make it hell for you.
Essentially,
So, I don't know.
essentially very cash grabby.
I mean, they almost acknowledged that. They said like court is the last resort. Mr. Livingston didn't want, or Mr. Allen didn't want to play ball. Like I already used the word hubris on this podcast, but
Yeah.
that was one quote that I saw. That's why I had that word in my head, is because I saw that like the lawyer said
Great
like
word.
Mr. Allen's hubris will be the end of him.
Why
The
does
death
he
of
have a
him, some
fucking
shit like
first
that.
name for a last name and a last name for a first name? That's crazy.
Allen Livingston. I know. I totally forgot that was his name until I saw Livingston tattooed all over Selena Powell.
Yeah,
I
fire.
realized, right?
That's a dub for Ack right there.
No, man, but
Yo.
best of luck to him.
That's crazy.
That's a dub right there. That's a W. W Ack. I mean, low key, like
It
you
could
feel
be
me?
like
Like
money shot locations.
But isn't it also crazy that this is coming
That's
at
kinda
the
crazy.
direct, like, he's basically like just finished off the craziest couple of weeks that a streamer could possibly have, where like it seems like his audience like 10x'd.
Yeah,
during
100%, yeah.
during the Kendrick and Drake thing.
fucking
And
up
then
our
now
fucking
this-
numbers.
Yeah.
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 Now,
for real.
no, Joe,
I'm back on top
For
of
sure, I think that all the podcasts in the like No Jumper and post No Jumper umbrella all saw dips in views from the fact that so many people were just watching Ack
Yeah,
do
for
his
sure.
thing, talking about that shit.
He's good at it. But
No, for sure.
with that being said,
We were spiked when the beef kind of came. We were kind of.
yeah. No Jumper News was going crazy.
It's going crazy.
And
true.
Not to kick the shit out of a dead Clydesdale, aka beat a dead horse, but Adam 22. Can we acknowledge now that there is a #1 Billboard charting record from this exchange, and it's
Yeah.
called "Not Like Us" by Kendrick Lamar. It is not a regional sensation. It is not anything local. This is the #1 record.
Why are
on
you acting
Billboard.
like I didn't just admit that last stream? You talked
didn't.
about that the whole
We
fucking
did not.
stream.
We did
Listen.
not.
Yes,
That
we
was-
did.
It was not even
Number
#1 on
one yet.
Billboard yet.
No, but we acknowledged that Drake was clearly, or that Kendrick clearly won the battle.
He's
feel like
at
there's
number
a-
1 and 3.
We talked about it the whole fucking stream last time. You must have really been off the ayahuasca.
No, I feel like there's a lot of caping going on. There's a lot of Drake caping.
It doesn't feel like anybody's trying to act like Drake won, even though I do think that like when the smoke has cleared, I mean, when it comes to like what accusations stuck, if they both look like a big fucking liar, right? They're both liars.
Hey,
It doesn't matter. It's a rap battle.
It's
a rap battle.
Exactly.
It's a rap battle. Like,
you're
I'm not fighting Drake. I'm still buying it. I'm
But
still
for
listening
me
to
too,
the
for
nation.
sure.
I love
But like,
Drake, yeah.
okay, Drake, no reason to believe he's a pedophile. No reason to believe he has an 11-year-old daughter. Kendrick, no reason to believe that he's not with his girl. No reason to believe that Dave Free is the father of his
I'm
kid.
Dave
no
Free,
reason,
by the way.
Yeah, no reason to believe that. I mean, even the beating her thing. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't really have like real evidence for that. It feels like all the most scathing accusations from this whole thing didn't really pan out.
But I do feel like within the last week, all of my mandem from Scarborough and Rexdale and all the different ends up there, seen from, are very, very quiet quiet when it comes to this beef now. And
I like you better as a foo than a rude boy right there. I don't know about that, bro.
the narrative, the narrative that I've been
Sound
seeing
like
now
Drake when he went rude boy.
is that Kendrick has been buying bots. They're saying that's the new narrative that the Drakistans are running with.
So you think
Yeah.
that they wouldn't be like shutting this shit down if it was bots at this point? Like, come on, this song is
It's beyond
breaking
bots.
records
But
right
my
now.
whole
Like,
thing
are
is
you
just
crazy?
like, do you
Can
really
you sense a bot right now as much as it's playing on people's phones?
do you think that either of them are above that?
No, it's not.
I don't
it's
think
not
so.
them.
Never.
It's whatever machine would be. You know what I mean? Like you're talking about.
Maybe it's just like when there's so much at stake, I wouldn't put it past either of them to be buying all kinds of internet warfare. Because think about it, you could buy a whole fucking troll farm for like 10, 20, 30, I don't know exactly what. But I mean, it's not that. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have accused me of it. I would love to know how it all
sounds
works because it
fire,
honestly
though.
seems like a
Yeah,
decent
I need
idea.
that.
But I've never fucking even looked into it deeply. But I don't think it would be that expensive, and it could have a huge impact on public perception, right?
But I really doubt that Kendrick's like, hey, yo, Top, we need to get some more streams. We need to get some bats. You know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
think he talking to Top?
I'm just saying whoever you feel me.
Is him and Baby Keem?
Yeah. You feel me? Whoever.
Yeah, where's he at? We ain't heard shit from him.
Yeah. He's doing the Kendrick thing.
Yeah, Keem is.
But my thing about it too is that we learned a lot about Kendrick's character throughout this whole thing because you never seen Kendrick do a diss song. You never seen Kendrick like really take aim at somebody. You never would have thought that Kendrick was so tapped in with the internet. And even Drake, you would kind of think that Drake was too big, too successful to be online that terminally.
No, he is
But this-
online.
okay,
These
but
people have to be
Drake
in the
maybe,
house all day.
But we had no
Yeah.
reason to think that Kendrick was this tapped into what was going
No,
on.
so
the
what
Twitter
does
time.
Kendrick do? Read books?
Read books.
Yo,
Yes.
No, but no, now
He's
we
reading
know.
Napoleon
He,
Hill,
at the
like-
very least, he put those books on the shelf so that he could do this whole beef. Because after hearing a lot of those bars, I was like, oh, your brain is just as fucked as mine is when it comes to Twitter. Like, you are not Mr. fucking Goody Two Shoes that is not, you are in the swamp with the rest of us.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But this
sure.
is like I like it because it's like he brought back the old Kendrick where he would use little like local colloquial catchphrases in his hooks when he'd be like, you boo boo, you tea, you turn down, you feel me? He used to have that in hooks and like it's kind of throwback to that little K dot right there.
I feel like I just like know too much about Drake at this point because the other day a girl was showing me her whole DM conversation with Drake and it was just like, it's just like the most normal fucking conversation you ever seen. Like he was just like, just got up, trying to figure out what I'm going to do with the day.
You know what that means? You know what that means?
I'm just like,
Slide, bitch.
oh, Drake has the same problems that I have. He doesn't know what the fuck he wants to do with his day. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah,
Drake definitely made quite the impression on battle rap. That's all I'm gonna say.
yeah, because that's all y'all got. You got one famous guy back, and y'all left.
We got a lot. Hold the fuck.
Eminem dipped as soon as Joe Budden took an L.
Well, he did executive produce the film Bodied. You know what I'm saying?
Bodied? I never
Bodied.
heard of it.
There's a character based on Lush One in the movie, and I did have a cameo in it, but I was played by Simon Rex, aka Dirt Nasty.
Are you serious?
Swear to God.
Dirt Nasty is like hot Lush.
Yeah, bro. And here's the fucking cold part about it, right? Like I literally, that's my boy. I fucks with Simon. That's been the homie for years. We have YouTube videos with 1 million views and all that shit. You feel me? And him and I, like, I'm going to the audition. My homeboy wrote the script. Shouts to my boy Kid Twist. Wrote the script. It was directed by Joseph Kahn, who's done Taylor Swift videos, Eminem videos, all that shit. I'm going to the auditions and I'm like, oh, this character is literally written for me. It's Donnie Narco is the name of the character. He has like my actual dialogue that I've said in real life. So I was like, oh, and I went full Lush One out, did the audition. me and my ex-wife, my wife at the time, are dipping, and I'm like, I know I got this role. You know what? Actually, no. You know what? I didn't get this role. I know the way this works. I grew up in Hollywood. You feel me? Like, they're going to give this role to somebody who's like me, but a little bit better looking and more marketable. Yeah. They probably going to give it to motherfucking Simon. I said it right there. So I don't know if that manifestation added to it, but it was already preordained in the stars, but that's what the fuck happened. But yes, Eminem has been involved. Jay-Z said he watched every URL and Grind Time battle.
Do you believe that?
He said it. Hope
Yeah, but I
said
feel
it.
like he's saying all kinds of shit to just be cool.
It was cool that he said it.
You know, just to shut
fucking-
up.
That was cool.
Hey, I'll take
Look,
it.
yeah,
He's seen
watch
every
too.
grind time battle.
Yeah, he watched one or two.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
that's still tight. You
Yeah,
feel me?
you know what
Like,
I mean?
Yeah.
you know, Sean Combs and Busta and all them, and Kendrick been to my events. What the fuck? You feel
Really?
me? Yeah.
Damn, you
Hell
should've
yeah.
signed him.
Eastwood brought K.
So you
K-Dot.
saying all of this to say Lush has an influence on what's going on right now?
They not like Lush. They not like Lush. What's up with all these brony ass?
I mean, yeah, I don't. Nah, I'm just playing.
Lush is special.
Nah, they probably do tap in.
No.
I figure that they're looking at everything.
Look,
like
Drake-
anything that goes halfway viral that pops up about them, they're like, let me see what I can get up out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
we've talked about the pit. You know what the pit was? Like it was the event that they used to have every week in LA. It was over there, like in the Sawtels, and it would be like every rapper from LA used to go to the pit, and there was battles there, but it wasn't just battle rappers. Like, I mean, Tyga, Ty Dolla Sign, YG, fucking everybody, J Rock, K Dot, everybody would be there, and that's where Daylight started battling. Compton AV battled over there, like hella fool. So it was like there was a big cultural thing in LA when it came to battle rap. You know what I mean? Like, so
We gotta bring that back.
bring it the fuck back, baby.
All right, I gotta go hang out with Adriana Chechik, get some Glug Glug 3000.
Gak 5,000.
Clack clack.
Adam's like, we're talking about battle rap. I'm about this motherfucker. Way to kill the vibe, Uno. But yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Wait, no, I'm gonna see y'all Thursday for the
Thursday.
Food Pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it very, very rasa. All right.
what you gotta do with the sick one?
Fried traffic cone.
traffic
I'm gonna put
cone.
that smut on your name for now.
You dig?
You dig?
Lush Uno in the building.
sick
Shout out to Hot
one.
Willow
Copa
Media.
Reyes.
Shout out to Copa Reyes for joining us. Trash
Yeah.
Bag Boys, baby. Let's go.
We about this biatch, all this biatch, all this biatch. That was pretty fire,
No, that was